Hello everyone and welcome to Arcane Focus D&D for episode 90 of Magic at Mostead. It is our ongoing Ode Senior campaign that's, I think, 3 years old now, or about to be.
Yeah, about to be.
Jeez, it's going on. I got lost right now, guys. I'm gonna be very honest. What level are you right now?
Let me look. You asked me and I forgot.
Yeah.
19?
Are you guys 19? Oh my god. Guys, we are heading in towards the final stretch. Regardless, we still have some story to go through. But before any of that, let's introduce everyone. I'm your DM, Mike, and joining me are my amazing players. We have Amber, Temple, and Steve. Please give us that very obligated legalese.
Legalese. Hello, everyone. My name is Steve.
Legal.
I am a community manager for Wizards of the Coast, specifically on Magic. I'm happy to be playing D&D for once, and let's see what sort of trouble we're going to get into today.
Boom! I love it. And if you don't know, we have a little one roaming around. So this is all pre-recorded, so that way we're going to have things called baby breaks. If you see the screen snap away, that's because we stopped recording. This is all a pre-recorded episode. Yeah, either me or Amber are going to shift around, grab the little one, show him off. It's hot today in SoCal, so we've got a naked baby.
Well, he has a diaper.
He's got a diaper on. How naked could a baby be?
I'm sorry. Concerned Auntie just went into respect. What's in his mouth?
Oh, it's a teether. I handed it to him. Don't worry.
It looked like a pin. I was like, wait.
He is a lucky because he can be shirtless, but I cannot.
Are you guys ready for a quick recap?
Yes.
Shh. Oh. My, look how time flies when you are so busy. No matter. Where are we with our little story now? Have our heroes made it to Waynar yet? Oh, it seems that they have. Met with some goodies, revelations alike. It seems that the team's literal cat burglar met with her estranged father. What an amazing development. I wonder if Olivia knew. Probably not. She's not like her strenuous brother. Anyways, our little band of heroes, along with Kitty's mate, were arrested by Miss Skrilla's father and brought to the camp of the Striped Leg. And even more troubling is that they're standing just above one of Genesis' facilities. Mr. Skrilla, maybe calm yourself. You don't want to spoil all the fun. Sound of crackling. Arcane weaves being pulled throughout the universe. We join our party currently standing. I'm going to do a bit of a retcon. You guys are standing currently outside of the tent that Sanovan Skrilla, Savannah's father, has brought you to. He's informed you that inside the tent hides a secret laboratory owned by Olivia Blake, one of the Blake twins, one of them now long past dead, that may hold some answers. Last we were having a discussion, there was mention of an outside force, something that was told to Queen Evergrey when she was gone mad off 300 years ago, telling her of information that the Dreamer had. The Dreamer being this external body force and a giant beholder swimming in the sea, the astral sea, affected by its external forces. It told her of something out there. Something that affects us all. Something that Genesis, the Queen, and the Blakes want to free everyone for. That's all they want, is to free everyone from this force. Now, the last we have the discussion, there was mentions of, did Son of Van Skrilla really care about his daughter? And after some insight checks, regardless of their results, felt that Mr. Skrilla cared about his daughter and has agreed to bring her to Miss Blake's office where there is more information to be learned in hopes that maybe, just maybe, this might convince you all that they have a noble and just cause. Regardless of the destruction in its wake, the end of the tunnel is good for all. And who knows? Maybe you'll join him. And if you guys decide not to, then he will give you something and lead you somewhere to maybe disrupt the lab. Mainly because, while it may cause some disruption, it is not permanent. Just something for you to get that energy out. You currently stand outside what looks to be a 3-dome tent connected by numerous tunnels. Just like a small, maybe a foot or half tunnel from these 3 rooms. The flap of the tent currently open. Son of Anne, once again, almost looking like a masculine version of Savannah, turns to you all 3. Another mention for you guys, if you don't remember, Roman is not with you.
One other thing. Because I wrote myself a note. Rory's telepathic bond is up, so we can all talk to each other.
Have you included Son of Anne in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I include Roman? Can I have done it like when Roman was present?
Is there a range?
It says to range within 30 feet, but I don't know where he is.
I think you would have been I don't think you would have a chance, because I think you casted that spell when you were in the interrogation tent.
Okay.
And he was not with you at that moment.
Well, then just us 4 then.
Okay. He turns to you and goes, "Let me do the talking. What we should expect inside first room is sort of a reception area. Beyond that are 2 other spaces. There is a storage closet, fairly large, and then a small laboratory. It's where they do sort of initial testing, things that can be seen by public. Let me do the talking. If you have any ways of keeping yourself hidden, that would also be ideal." Turns towards the flap. Anyone want to do in this initial moment?
I can cast invisibility. I'm trying to remember what level it is to pass more than 1 person.
Maybe what might help is that he can peek into the... We can assess the situation if you could want to make a decision by that.
Yeah.
Sounds good. He quickly... very dexterous, much like Savannah, if you've seen her before, is sort of like a quick, quiet motion, using one of his claws to just slowly pull the entrance tarp to the side, peers in, and you see a quizzical look as he opens it entirely. It's empty. Walks in. You find yourself... Oh, go on.
I was gonna say follow him in then.
Perfect. And everyone else does as well?
Yeah.
You follow in, and what you find yourself to be in is a circular tent-like dome, much like a wigwam or something along those lines. There is a half-circle desk with looks to be numerous papers and documents. There are several crates off to the side as well, having like a latch, like a metal latch and lock. And behind the desk, there are 2 doors. Not really much, more like arches with sort of a zipper for the tent-like area that lead into different rooms.
I'm not drawing the map, guys. Got the baby.
I'll let you know when you start drawing the map. Yeah.
I mean, right now we're in the tent, so I think it doesn't matter, so...
Just FYI.
So you see a desk, several storage containers, and the 2 different entrances.
Can I go look at the desk?
Roll me an investigation check.
Give her guidance.
Yes, you may.
You mentioned this was inside the tent, or are we...
This is
No.
inside the tent. Yeah.
Okay, how big is the tent?
It's actually not that large. I would say it's about maybe 20 by 20.
That is going to be a 23.
23. Not bad. And you added the D4 for guidance?
Oh, shit. No.
Yeah, go for it.
I keep telling myself I need to pull out my D4 so I'm not digging through the box. There we go. 24.
24. And you're looking specifically at the desk, correct?
Yeah.
You see what looks to be right on top, within a clipboard, is time cards, like sign in, sign out. There is a clear rotation for the reception desk. They're not like receptionists; they're called screeners. And you get a sense through that investigation check is that anyone who enters here is screened by whoever should be manning the desk at that moment, ensuring that there is secrecy and that they're not bringing in anything that they shouldn't, or they shouldn't be taking anything that they shouldn't. In addition to that, you do see what looks almost like a sticky note on top of that that reads, "Kit, the commander has asked you to clean up the storage room about 2 times now. There will not be a third reminder. CO."
Ew.
In addition to that, you do see something that's, you don't really find this. You find something's missing. There is clearly what looks to be a small metal hook on the back of the desk that is meant for keys, and it looks like that has been taken.
So somebody's already down there?
I think our desk person is in the storage room with the keys, possibly. Just because I'm gonna say this is why it makes sense, is the name Kit on the schedule for the time that is supposed to be right now?
Exactly.
Okay.
The person who signed in last is named Kit.
Okay. I have a feeling our desk person's at the storage unit doing some cleaning, so might be your chance to get through.
All I'm
But
gonna
we
say
definitely
is
don't have keys.
all this is in each other's heads, so we don't hear it.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, it's all in our heads.
if we're talking out loud, I would have to make you guys make a stealth
No,
check.
all this is in their mind.
No.
Now this- oh no, you could hear my thoughts. This is all me thinking, saying it in my thoughts.
Since you're so close, but again, behind the desk are the 2 doors that lead outward to different rooms. Since you're so close to those doors now, make me a perception check.
And those doors are along what side of the tent?
So behind the desk there is a west and east door. Currently, you guys are coming from like the north to the south, and then you're looking at west and east.
Got it.
What did you roll?
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You look over to the east door. Again, it's not much of a door, like a metal, like you wouldn't think, like it's like a wooden door inside of a tent. It's again like a zipper that leads into like maybe 2 feet of a walkway into another domed area. You're not talking out loud. You're all thinking in terms of communication, so you're able to have that silence, and you can hear the sound of boxes being moved, footsteps, the exasperated gasps and huffs of someone doing manual labor off in the east room. And after a discussion with maybe some clarification with Sonovan, that is where the storage area is.
I'll say an brain bubble. I don't know what we're gonna call this. Should we put a door there to keep him in there, or that'd be too suspicious? Team response. No one. Well, I know baby.
I am drawing map.
Map to where? Not. We haven't gone anywhere.
I'm mapping this all.
No, what? Never mind. Because if somebody walks in and be like, "What the heck?" But we should move quickly.
Okay.
Sonovan points towards the western door. That's the small lab. And he points to the east. Yeah, that's the storage.
So we just hurry.
Let him go first.
Sure. Where are you guys gonna be?
Behind you? I mean, you're the one that works here, to be fair. You probably
Okay,
look the least suspicious.
The major issue is that I can talk to them. I can enter in the lower levels. I don't know how to get you guys in there. You're clearly, and points to Vera and Rolly, you're clearly not Stripe Leg clan members. And then looks to Savannah. I can maybe pass you off.
If you can pass me off, I got those two.
Okay. So what's the plan?
I'm gonna cast invisibility on a 3rd level on Vera and Rolly.
Okay. Yeah, the magic.
While I'm casting the Vera, I'm like, please don't make noise.
All right. So magic is cast upon both Rolly and Vera as sort of the veiled, translucent illusion crosses across your being. Sonovan looks into one of the storage containers, pulls out what looks to be a symbol of the striped leg, sort of starts to affix it to your person, Savannah. I don't have a full uniform for you, so hopefully this passes.
What do the uniforms look like?
They are.
I'm like, could she describe?
It looks
self?
like almost like flowy black. Like the best way I can describe them, almost like ninja, where it's like black folded over fabric, with looks to be almost brown copper, like engraving shoulder pads, a hood, and there is clearly like a notch on both ends of the hood for the ears, for cat individuals. Several like leathers and straps along both the chest and the shoulder. There is a clear like hole, as well as near the bottom of the back for the tail. And very telling is what looks to be like an insignia of the striped leg that sort of sits at the chest.
Yeah, I don't have anything I make the. I could do disguise self, but I'm already concentrating on the invisibility, so.
Yeah, you would lose concentration on that.
Alright, we'll go.
If I give her the beggar's cloak, could she like fasten it like a shawl type thing? Maybe without the pads.
The
but,
beggar's cloak, by its design, also looks pretty ratty.
Okay,
The idea is that you look like a beggar.
I just figured because it was something black.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was thinking of like we might have a cloak on us from some, times we try to disguise ourselves in things, but
I think they're red.
Okay. Tell you what, I think it's time for this guy's bed. So let's do a quick baby break, really, really quick. It won't take us too long, and then we'll continue with your deception. So be right back, guys.
He's looking super.
And going in 3, 2, 1, and we're back. So right now we have Vera and Rolly currently invisible. Sonovan unzips the door, flaps heading towards the small lab. Savannah, you fall behind. As the second flap is opened, you see what looks to be, once again, a 20 by 20 room, very small for a lab. Almost like a whiteboard on peg legs, like a sink that is affixed here. Off to the side, there is like a middle desk that has several vials and a small like cabinet off to the side. There are, let's see here, there are 3 like humans. They're not tabaxi, so it's sort of off-putting. You were expecting to see some striped leg members, but you do see 3 humans, 2 male, 1 female. Some of them, most of them black hair tied to the back, glasses, white coats, but several leathers you can see but beyond, within the coat themselves. Gloves that cover everything, masks upon their face as they're currently working with several vials and chemicals. You see Sonovan immediately, just by instinct, reaches around, like as you enter in, around against one of the walls and pulls off what looks to be a small mask, putting it over his mouth. Kind of like nudges you to do the same, just as the act.
I go grab a mask, put it on.
So it's a 20 by 20 foot room for the storage place. How many feet to get to it from the east?
Sure. So it's only like 1.5 feet. So right now you're entering in not the storage area, you're entering in the lab.
The lab, there.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, think of it like 3 circles, and they have like a little walkway to each one. Yeah, if that helps out. One of the scientists sort of looks up and he goes, you see an older man. You see Sanovan almost like get upset a little bit about the unrecognizable moment. Sanovan. Skrilla. Right. Who's your friend? This is... This is Kat. Right. Aren't you all? Fuck off.
Hear a low growl.
Just because I can't have him make the roll, I'm gonna make you make the roll, Savannah. You're gonna roll a d20 plus 6.
Plus 6?
This is a deception check.
18 plus 6, that's 22?
22. In addition to that, I would like both Vera and Rolly to roll me stealth checks with advantage. As you trot behind.
It's gonna be loud.
It'll be a 18 for me.
18.
That's an 8.
You don't roll with disadvantage.
Oh, I know. I got 8 and
Oh.
a 2.
Oof.
All
Did
right.
you put guidance on yourself?
Not unless I want to keep invisible.
What did you
I
roll,
think.
Rolly?
18.
Got it.
It's here.
I just rolled right now. The older gentleman looking at you goes, right, well, is she authorized? Son of Man goes, yes, of course. Cat, yes. Yes. All right, well, let's see who I have scheduled for today. Reaches back into one of the cabinets and starts going through what looks to be a binder of names. You quickly glance over and see today's date with about, I would say about 16 names. Sonovan's definitely is there. Starts to go through it.
Trying to think. I can't cast a spell because I'll drop the invisibility. I try to think of something.
Maybe knock the book out of his hand.
That's what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna mage hand and knock the book subtly out of his hand.
Okay.
Before she do that, can I do something?
What would you like to do?
Is he the only person here?
There are 3 scientists here, so it's him and 2 other people.
Got it. Okay. And where's the book located on him exactly?
Currently he has it in his hand. He's currently facing away from you guys, so back towards you, and almost like so you can see over his shoulder a little bit. He's not a smaller guy, and he's currently going through a list of names.
Yeah, can I like mage hand it and pull it out of his hand, possibly into like a vial?
Sure. I'll say at this moment. Well, first of all, Rolly, she's gonna do that. What are you gonna try to do?
Okay, I had an intention of coming to the back and choking him out, but
But you guys can also talk to each
Yeah,
other
I
via
was
the
like,
mind.
remember you can talk in each
So if
other's
you want to
head.
organize, you can.
I'm gonna say I can take him out if you guys need me to.
There's 3 other people in this lab, really. You're gonna do it for all 3?
Yes.
No.
No.
Let's try this. If we'll leave that as last resort. If this does not work out,
Pretend there's a spider on the book or something. I sell
might
it.
as well destroy the book so he can't double check it. So yeah, I'm gonna mage hand to kind of snatch the book to throw it at some. Where's the nearest like beaker or something?
It's such a small space that it's not that far of a throw. Like you could literally just like knock over to the next, side cabinet, and there'd be like a collection of vials and beakers there.
Perfect. That seems more like an accidental drop. We'll do that.
So multiple things happen at once. First of all, your deception check was just enough for them to not go, no, that's not right. It's enough for them to go, oh, okay. Well, let me double check first, because there is process here. Multiple things happen at once. That happens. He's currently checking the book, and your mage hand is going to act. And the fact that you are a arcane trickster, it is invisible to the eye. Vera, you step inside. I'll say, Rolly, you step inside, able to sort of squeeze and find your free, like a a little nook and cranny where you can sort of get away from wandering bodies and hands. Vera, you don't know where Rolly is because he's invisible as well. You happen to instinctively go right while Rolly goes left. The back of your heel hits a small little side table, and you see several little vials go. The two other scientists sort of look up, like instinctively look in the direction of the noise, hearing the conversation, swing over to the familiar face of Sonovan, and then Cat. And there is a moment of alertness. However, I would like you, Savannah, to roll me a sleight of hand check.
Beach.
21. And you can do it with advantage because it is invisible as well.
So.
For invisibility, if I cast a spell, it
21.
drops, right?
If you cast a spell, it drops, yes.
Okay. Was it sure? 21,
you said, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Older gentleman goes, all right. Sort of puts on some glasses. Let's see what we have. And as he starts to tilt the notebook a little bit to the side, your mage hand just goes underneath and hits the side cabinet, slides almost like an inch or two towards what looks to be an open burner. There is a bit of a fire that sort of occurs. Quickly as he grabs it and goes, shit, and starts to pat it out. Almost immediately starts to walk towards the sink. At the same time, the two other scientists start to make their way towards your direction, Vera.
Can I try to hurry up and... Well, no. I'll be like, Rolly, where are
In your mind, yeah.
I'm behind the dude with the book.
Oh, great. I try and go in that direction.
Okay. Roll me another stealth check. You still have advantage.
I'll roll not on the wood table. My little pad's gone because it died.
However, the DC is going to rise because currently you're being flanked. So it's going to be hard to slip by.
Okay, that's better 18 because I have no buffs.
I'm going to roll again for them. Okay. You just managed to squeak by. Quietly putting like toe, heel, slipping by what you can. It's a small space. You're almost having to like touch the middle table to brace yourself as you squeeze by. They start to investigate the area. They're still on high alert. They sort of look to one another. You can actually hear them speaking to each other, talking about, what was that? Look around. Something. Where's Kit? And one of them starts to make their way towards the storage area while the other one starts to search. So in a bit, I'm going to make an investigation roll to see if they can find you, Vera, against your 18. Okay. However, at the same time, the older scientist starts to water down the paper. Some of the ink starts to bleed slightly. It's not as legible, but enough where he can check it. There is some doubt, though, as he starts to go through it. Last name? And then actually looks directly towards you, Savannah.
Damn it. Cat Fisher?
Fisher?
Actually, hold on. Damn it, I said it too soon. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, you scheduled for today?
I was supposed to be shadowing Sonovan. That's what I was told as my duties.
Make me a deception check.
Please be good, please be good. 18.
What was that?
18?
18? Ah, I see. Richard, what are you doing over there? He sort of acknowledges the possibility of you shadowing Sonovan, but leers over to the person who's searching. One of these small, like sort of a young male, brown hair, a bit of scarring from like chemical burns on his cheek, turn goes, I don't know. I think, I don't know yet. Something's odd. Table moved.
Are you sure it wasn't a draft from when we walked in?
He looks to you and goes, "A metal table moved by a draft?"
I've seen odder things.
I'm gonna check the front. Sort of starts to make his way out towards the front area. The older scientist goes, "Well, if you're shadowing Mr. Sonovan, Mr. Skrilla, please,
I'll be right back.
mind yourself. Downstairs is very strict. I'm sure Mr. Skrilla can show you the way and show you the ropes."
Yes, sir.
Yes, of course. He goes back, sort of puts the notebook down, goes almost like curiosity, where did they... Follows the other scientists, see what they were up to, what's going on here.
When his turn, I want to take the notebook.
Okay. Easy to do because they are not there in the room. Take the notebook. It's smeared, slightly burnt. Ink is running a little bit, but there are several names. Somewhat hard to read, but you do have the notebook.
To Sonovan, we should probably get going before they come back.
Right. He turns to you, or sort of in the mind, talks to everyone here and goes, "All right, quick thing. Before they do come back, we need to have some clarification in order, as well as some proper planning. Okay? I'm going to bring you to Miss Blake's office to learn more about her cause. Once you learn more, Savannah," puts a hand on your shoulder, "I'm sure you'll understand why we do the things we do. And my hope is your eyes open to our cause. If you feel that you must disrupt, then I will provide you a map to our generator room. I'd rather you cause a little mayhem instead of causing a massacre. This is my cause. This is my clan. It's my cause. So please try to minimize killing. You know, incapacitation is preferred, but I understand if you're given little choice." Agreed?
I can respect that. Rolly,
I will do what must be done.
Okay. I would like an alchemy, as he starts to quickly grab one of the papers, starts to jot down. In handouts, you can see one called Sonovan's Map. Let me know if you can see it.
Oh, this looks great.
Yeah, quickly, real quickly, jot it down.
handouts.
It's on the bottom right. Under handouts, there should be a thing called Sonovan's Map. It's very quickly, roughly jotted down. He starts to go into detail. Okay. Starting left to right. Understand? The left circle, that's the entrance. That's where we're going to end up. There's going to be screeners there. I don't know how you're going to get past in this sort of feel around for the invisible folks. They have ways to detect magic. So I don't know how you decide on how to take care of that. I'm not going to get my hands dirty, but that's up to you. Next one, moving over.
Oh, with real fast, how many screeners are there?
2.
Where are they located?
Do you see the hallway that from the circle to the square?
Yeah.
They're right there in the hallway.
So, no death, but we can incapacitate, right?
Preferred. If you are met with a near-death experience and you have to defend yourself, I cannot stop you. I understand the need.
I wouldn't call this near death, but go on.
Correct. The square room. Oh, by the way, if you haven't, go to alchemy on the bottom right where handouts. You can go to Salivon's Map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you, by the way, for handling baby time.
It was too hot in there. That's all. I was like, hey, gotta turn ours off. Gotta turn his on.
I'm waiting for it to get perfect.
Yeah.
So, And just to keep you informed as well, we are moving from left to right, starting with the first row.
Okay.
So the circle is where you guys are going to end up after Sonovan puts you into the downstairs area. There are going to be screeners from the hallway between the circle and the square. The square is the decontamination room. Easy jaunt, nothing to worry about there. The circular numbers, that's all elevator.
Okay.
That screening and decontamination room, that's on level 1. Level 2, avoid that. That's the guard barracks. If you end up there, I mean, you're just going to find a fight. We are unable to stop at level 3. There isn't really kind of an entrance, as far as I'm aware, to level 3. Level 4 is where I mainly have my station, and that's animal storage. Then there is sort of a freight elevator that leads down to level 5. You can see that there connects to a stairwell that leads over to the power room. However, if we were just to take the elevator from level 1 all the way to level 5, you can head straight to Blake's office.
Is there an entrance to the Blake's office that's not connected to the elevator?
Unfortunately, no. As far as I'm aware, the best way to get to Blake's office is from level 5.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, as he allows you guys to check the map, investigate, and as much as you can, memorize what you can, he walks over to the exposed pipes where the sink is, starts to tap on it, and then within the drain, the sink, you can hear "State," a voice coming from the sink. Sonovan clears his throat, and in a language that only you can understand, Savannah, as it's in Thieves' Cant, says, "Once broken, we are free. The genesis of a new dawn." And one of the tiles beneath the sink slides open, and you can see a ladder leading down. Follow me. Reaches into the open, exposed floor and starts to head downwards into the ladder.
Before I go down the ladder, Rolly, where are you?
Here with you.
I know, but where?
Here with you, wherever you want me to be. I'm invisible.
Behind her, next to her.
Most likely behind her. Looking at the map, an idea popped into my head, and I want to see if maybe it might work. As we approach the decontamination area, I want to take a look around at the walls to see if there's any vents I might be able to crawl in through.
I was just gonna have you knock out the 2 screeners, but that works.
I mean, that is also a plan, yes. I was thinking about doing it the less violent way, but I am, yeah.
I will say, to be very fair for you guys, I'll say that you can also direct your telepathic bond to who you want to talk to. So if you want to cut out Sonovan in these discussions, you can do so.
Yeah, I just say I am too Rolly. I'm all like, so if it seems like you can't get through, knock them out. You 2 guys, you can knock them out.
Yeah, it's just a matter of if I can knock them out quickly.
Can bang 2 heads together?
Are we sure they're going to be together?
You know what? I'll let you figure that out. Start crawling down.
This is the last time I make her captain. So yeah, what's going to be what I'm gonna do initially before I resort to violence. I'd like to see if there's an alternative way to get around the decontamination area, either through vents or maybe through some crevice somewhere that the invisible ones can like move around in.
Yeah, you can keep an eye out for that.
I shall do.
Perfect. So I assume you follow him down though into the first basement level.
Indeed.
Okay, and Vera, you do the same?
Mm-hmm.
You start to head down the stairwell. There is about a 40-foot hallway in front of you. Numerous small, like, pipes that pass by both fresh air and moisture. Maybe even leading outward, like waste and food. There are small, thin wires that keep what looks to be like electrical lanterns and light bulbs. Just you can hear like almost the buzzing of them, just giving a soft illumination in the space. I'm sorry that we keep on going in and out. The baby is not asleep yet, and for some reason our baby cam is acting super weird. We're being parents. Anyways, you look down this hallway, all four of you, or I would say all three of you. Sonovan is currently like 5 feet ahead of you. It leads outwards in a straight line and then curves slightly out and then back into what looks to be, at the end of this 40-foot hallway, there is this big metallic metal door. Within that curved alcoves, it's very small, there are 2 stools and what looks like to be, let's see here, 2 tabaxi individuals, one of them black, like almost jaguar-like fur, very short, sort of a purple nose, very stern, sort of like flipping a dagger, catching it in mid-conversation with the other tabaxi across the way. The other tabaxi you see is almost like a snow leopard, sort of this white fur with a little bit like faded spots due to the sun. Mid-conversation, that immediately silence up at the moment they see movement down the hallway. They sort of turn to you. They're only about 20 feet away. The jaguar steps out. You can see the serrated teeth of a, almost like a predator, but one tooth is golden. Looks over to Sonovan and goes, "Hi, Skella. I wasn't expecting you to the evening." "Well, I have a new recruit who's shadowing me right now." "It's not how this works. We don't accept new blood until Miss Blake has approved them. You know the rules, teacher's pet." "Yeah, well, that authority has given me the opportunity to do so. Step aside, Cree." Roll me a D20, Savannah, +3. And this is going to be an intimidation check.
16.
16. See the member step up to Sonovan, and there is a moment of both just like inches away. Sonovan not moving. And you fear that there might be a break in the facade. Maybe a bead of sweat, but no, stays cool enough. The other one, "Clan swapper. Shut up," sort of Sonovan says under his breath. "Well, looks over to the snow leopard. "Put it on!" Snow leopard pulls something from underneath the chair, the stool. Looks to be a set of goggles. Itches it, not liking the feeling. And you hear, and there is a green illuminated light, like headlights, that light up, and he looks up and down at Sonovan, sees, and you see all 3 of you, if Amber was here, illuminated magical items. Anything with a magical aura illuminates. The jaguar starts to write down what is being carried in. "To see your friend now." Savannah, you are asked to come ahead.
Is it just this one guy, or is there another guy?
There are 2 people.
Both
okay.
of are looking at us, I assume.
Yeah, so I'll let you guys decide that. And Amber's messaging me so that we might need to take a break. So we're gonna take another quick break. We're gonna see if we can get him to sleep. So come up with some idea, and we'll be right back. Right, recording. Starting in. Excuse me. 3, 2, 1. So to recap, because I know we've been a little busy. Right now, you guys are currently in between the circle and the square. So the circle is the entrance, sort of the drop down from the upper labs. You're currently in the entrance. And you guys are in the little alcove, the little pathway that leads to the square, which is the decontamination room. Mm-hmm. That's where you are right now. There are 2 Tabaxi stripe leg clan members. One of them a jaguar, one of them a snow leopard. The snow leopard currently has what looks to be these green lensed goggles. After looking at Sonovan, you see a glitter of magic, of magical items and other auras and abilities that sort of showcase on him. And he's currently about to turn his attention towards Savannah. You get a sense that with these goggles, he can see invisible and magical, like magic effects upon creatures. So he's about to turn towards you, Savannah. Is there anything you'd like to do before this moment happens?
I have a question. You say he could see invisible and creatures, but I'm like, I'm not invisible. I have magical items on me, but would that mean he'll be able to tell I have invisibility cast up, or?
No, I wouldn't think so.
I think he just sees us.
If he's scanning me, does he see him? That's kind of where I'm going with it.
I don't think he'd be able to see the magical creatures that you have. He'd just be scanning you.
I mean, do I have anything I'd need to be worried about security scene other than weapons? It's fine, he can scan me.
He turns his attention towards you, Savannah, and everyone sees this. She glows with magical essence, and you see almost very, very translucent, almost like a layer of something that's always been there, a aura of spores.
So say Felix.
Let's see.
Start to emanate. The snow leopard looks at this display and goes, "What the fuck is that?"
Well, I was a special recruit now. You don't think I'm just a regular tabaxi, did you?
Kree, have you ever heard of this thing? The leopard, or the jaguar. I don't know what the fuck that is. And there's a bit of a moment of hesitation and fear. I would like you to make your persuasion check with that, what you just said. What was that?
16?
16? I'm going to go ahead and... you get a sense that they don't want to F with you right now due to this ever-moving aura of, like, strange ichor. And as you say that, you know, what do you expect? I wasn't, you know, I'm just not a natural one. They look to Sonovan and goes, "Careful with this one. She might take your job." Sonovan scoffs a bit. He goes, "Sure." And you two are allowed to move forward towards the decontamination room. But what do our invisible folks do here?
I have no freaking idea, because if I cast a spell and bamf out, I'm screwed. So either way.
I'm like, do they have enough space just to kind of run by?
I still would like to do my original plan of trying to find an event or a grate or something that would allow me access to the other side.
Roll me investigation check.
Can do.
Can I technically help him if I know where he's looking? I mean, mentally, I don't know where he's looking, but I could ask.
You can, I mean, if he did mention while you were away that he was going to look for vents, you can help. You give him an advantage if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so do you do that?
Yes.
She's searching with you right now.
Got
in this little, like,
Mentally, I'm telling you.
You're currently like in a 10-foot space where you're not being looked at.
Alright, so I rolled a 19, but I have a -1 to investigation, so I rolled an 18.
18.
Not bad.
That's with the D4?
No, that's
No,
not what guide.
with
That's
advantage.
guidance. That would
never
be a
mind, you're right.
spell.
Never mind.
Rolly,
Got that.
you do find a grate, sort of event. It is not on the ceiling or the floor. It's almost like on like the top upper side of a wall. However, it's almost looks like it's for airflow, and that's it. And it's only about maybe about 2.5 by 1 foot.
Question, real quick. So if we act violently, or like I'm assuming if Rolly Sleeper holds one of these dudes, is he gonna bamf out of invisibility?
I would consider that is a attack that's called a grapple. That is a special attack, so that's considered attack that would bamp you out of invisibility.
So
I feel like
what
we're
if
gonna
I
get
just
seen either way?
yeah? What if instead of it an attack, I just basically like smash my hands together for a clap, but instead of it being just the palm of my hands, it's two people's skulls.
Okay, well,
That is considered an
It's
attack.
that's gonna take you out of invisibility, but at that point they're knocked out. So
I could do fast friends too. So either way, one of us is gonna get C. But I feel like I don't know if it makes sense to cast fast friends, because I'm gonna bamf out and be like, yo, it's still a magical effect that they have to like, I think, fail on. Hold on. Let me
what
see.
else does fast friends do?
They're just like friendly towards you for I think
So
a
How many
while.
creatures?
guides?
I also I kept onto something just in case, but I'm not sure if we want to use it this early on. I still have a firecracker.
I like that idea better, because I think I can only, if I do 4th level, I can get one more creature, so I can do 2. But it lasts for an hour, and I think when you're done, they know it's been charmed. But I mean, they're gonna see us either way.
Knock them out. They're gonna know something happened, and we also have to like drag the bodies with us for a while.
Maybe try the firecracker first, and then if that don't work, then fast friends.
What exactly is the firecracker supposed to do?
Make
It's
them go another
create
way.
a distraction.
It once lit, and again you are invisible, so you can do like a tint. You can light it, and then it'll still be invisible into your hand until you toss it. So I'm going to describe once again just the area, and then that'll let you decide on where you'd like to place the firecracker, if that's something you'd like to do. You guys have climbed down almost like a circular tube with a ladder, entering in a space, and there is a hallway that goes about 10 feet. There's a bit of an alcove where these two tabaxi men are, and then it goes for about maybe another 8 feet, and there is the metallic door to the decontamination room. You've noticed, Rolly, with your investigation, that there is a vent, a sort of an air vent, between both the entrance and the little alcove. So with all that information in mind, and currently the snow leopard currently still having the goggles on, and his attention is not exactly on like where you guys are standing, because there's no point doing that. He's currently looking at Savannah and then looking back at his friend, the jaguar, sort of like switching gaze from back and forth with the goggles on, mainly because he wants to keep an eye out on Savannah due to that eerie, icky glow of spores around her.
I think I might have a way around that. So
Alternatively, I think I say this to Vera because actually I think this is probably the best course of action. Vera, why don't you take the guy that Savannah's talking to? I'll take the guy with the goggles, and we just, a synchronized chokehold on both of them.
let me see if what I was going to say is let me see if I can get the goggles from him.
Hey, can I put the beggar's cloak on while invisible? Or is that going to do something?
Can you put it on who?
Yeah, well, the beggar's cloak. I've always had it on me, but I don't have it, like, around me.
I mean,
Like,
if you
it's
already had
attuned.
it, are you attuned to it?
Yeah,
Then
but I
it's
just
on you.
don't... I'm not... Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Because I have advantage to grapple
You can have
somebody.
advantage to grapples. Yeah.
If I got to.
While they're trying to figure out, I'm gonna see if I can just get the goggles from him. It's like, hey, can I see the goggles? I've never seen magical effect goggles. I want to see what I want to compare.
Sorry, creepy one. No.
How are you gonna call me creepy, but you won't prove that I'm creepy? Maybe I'm after your job.
He taps it. I can see that you're a troublemaker.
I wouldn't say troublemaker. The Blakes like to experiment on. I'm an unusual power. Why is that so creepy?
He kind of looks towards his friend. This one's making me nervous. Sorry. If Blake wants to see you, then you must go see her. This has to remain in my possession. It's been charged to me.
I think at that point, I'm just starting to move. What Rolly said.
Okay.
I see Vera move, and I start synchronizing.
But you don't
my
see me
movements with
move. I'm telling you. I will tell
That's
Rolly. I'm
right.
moving.
Okay, fair,
We're
fair.
moving. We're
Alright,
moving.
fine. Just let me know how much longer I gotta distract them till you guys are in place.
Oh, give me like 2 minutes.
Both of you just roll me stealth checks with advantage as you start to creep behind them.
I'm just making weird smart talk. I'm like, I'm not creepy, but how long have you been working here?
Same roll. 15. Both dice.
Ooh, perfect. 22.
Long enough.
And I'm the creepiest thing you've seen?
Besides certain individuals, yeah.
What do you mean?
Has she ever met Blake? And she kind of looks over to Sonovan.
Not directly.
I think technically you have talked to her.
I
behind
mean,
a glass
yeah,
wall.
but...
Oh yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
In passing.
Yeah, in passing.
In
but
passing.
you do say, not directly, and
Not directly, but we've communicated. That's why she was fascinating. That's why she had him pick me up.
I would rather share a room with this one than with her. At the same time, you both successfully sneak behind both guards. What is the action?
I'm gonna whisper before we do anything. I'm gonna say, one arm around the neck, one arm around the snout.
Oh, we're gonna kill him?
No, not snout, or like, okay,
The nose and
okay.
mouth.
Thank you. One arm for the
Snout is correct in this aspect. Yes.
I'm just asking.
I just like those.
I thought we
use
were
of
just gonna-
stealth in this.
You're gonna snap the neck?
No, I'm asking.
Damn it.
No, I'm saying one around the throat, one around the snout.
All right.
Muffle their noise.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kill them.
No, I don't want to kill them. They're just
Then
stupid.
don't snap their neck. Just make them shut up.
I'm just asking the plan.
So this is what's gonna happen if you guys do that. Both of you do get to roll with advantage because you're invisible. However, I will say, because you are wearing the beggar's cloak, I want to give you some sort of benefit, Vera.
Okay.
They're going to roll their athletics check with disadvantage against your advantage.
Okay.
Just because I want to make sure that you do have a bonus due to the magical item that you have tuned to for so long.
What am I rolling? I forgot. I spaced.
You're going to roll an athletics check.
Gotcha.
And Rolly, you're going to do the same. You're doing this with advantage.
I'm gonna need the advantage.
And
That dice
they're
is
going to
bad.
roll. One of them's going to roll against Rolly as the feeling of an arm around a neck. And immediately, as they're talking to you, Vera, Savannah, the mouth stops and the nose pushes, and the hand starts to become less transparent and then fully shown as the muscular hand and arm and form of Rolly twists and pulls at this person's neck. I'm going to roll for them.
I want to let you know I rolled a 28.
I rolled a 19.
They roll,
Athletics, baby.
they're going to roll an acrobatics to try to get out, and even with that, that's a 16 for Rolly. And what'd you roll, Vera?
19. I'll put that other dice in jail.
17 for the other guy. You went disadvantage, pretty good. In one fell swoop, both of them appear, both Vera and Rolly drop out of the invisibility. You don't have to hold concentration anymore, Savannah. And with both one hand upon both the snout and the other one across the neck, it's hard to breathe for both of them as they both start to struggle. Both of them actually start to, you see claws as they start to scrape across what they can. They're going to make attacks against you with disadvantage. Just
With
one.
metal armor on Vera and Rolly just being Rolly. This is kind of funny to watch.
Both of them not able to meet your armor class as they start to scrape. Yeah, against a gauntlet, a metal gauntlet of Vera just
I don't say anything either because I don't want them to know my voice. I mean, they don't know what I look like right now. They just know somebody's choking them out. So I'm not saying
Honestly,
anything.
if somebody's choking you out from behind, so they technically don't know what you look like either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one starts to scratch you, Rolly, but it's just you're muscular enough where it's just like a stone wall. You're getting small scratches, like where the skin starts to turn a little bit of white because you're peeling away just like the first layer of skin, but nothing too crazy. They're not getting blood at the moment, and they start to scratching and almost starting to like trying to dig into their own necks to pull your arm away to get some air. I would like you all to make me athletics checks again. Veer, you still have advantage.
Oh, okay. I'm like, with
Rolly, you do not have advantage because they now realize someone's against them.
16?
Okay.
24.
They can't. I'm gonna say one round of failure. What is their con modifier? Okay, they're still struggling. You almost feel like the lungs are struggling to get anything. Roll again.
It's like finally something Rolly's good at.
Violence.
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 It's hot in this room now.
You can open the door because the other AC's
good
on.
boy.
Oh, it's only a 15.
23.
Well,
Well, we know one guy's out.
with a
Plus 10 to athletics, man.
with a 12 and a natural 1, they only had a con modifier of +2. So I was gonna say that they had 2 chances to get out. And you start to feel the breath starting to give, sort of that quick, rapid try of gasping, until the muscles pulling at you start to give a little bit. Both drop.
Call me creepy.
One thing you do see, however, Savannah, is the snow leopard, because that's the one being held by Rolly, falls face first, and you hear a shattering of glass.
Damn it! I wanted those.
Aren't they more fortified if it's a magical item? No? Anyway, now that
I'm
we're
gonna
all...
roll over the snow leopard's face just to see if he cut up.
A little bit across the nose.
I brushed the glass off, kind of because I actually really wanted those. All right.
Just take those. Somebody
well,
might be able to fix them.
don't talk. I'm just going to say in Savannah's head, if you want to pickpocket somebody, now's the time.
I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
someone could fix those.
All right, so I swipe over the glasses and I'll search the bodies on both our friends.
Do you
Are
take
you
the
friends?
pieces?
Yeah, I'll pick the pieces.
Okay. Go ahead and mark in your inventory. Easy to find because it's right there externally. You have a broken detect magic goggles.
While she's doing that, I would like to pull out some rope and some cloth and any
Oh, yeah.
materials I have in my adventurers pack.
Also
I
have
would like
rope.
I'd like to proceed to tie these individuals together and also gag them.
Okay. Yeah, you can use a bit of cloth. Just put the rope next to their mouths as you start to rope
I'll
that
help
around,
Rolly.
tying them together. I'll say this only makes use of one rope, so you can decide between themselves whose rope you want to use.
Doesn't matter.
Roll me a sleight of hand check with advantage because both of you are doing it. I'll say Rolly, you're doing this.
He's better at sleight of hand, I think, because my dex is for shit.
Perfect.
So,
I only have a +2.
I have 0, so you're
Fair
good.
enough.
Oh, I can't give advantage and guidance, huh? No? Yes? Maybe?
No.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. 19.
19. Yeah, I'll say you do it well enough where you are able to gag the mouth, move it, and both back to back. You see the backs. You get back to back, tie them from the chest, get their arms behind their backs, and then tie both their hands together. So now they have like wrist against wrist, reaching down to where their knees are, so that even if they wanted to get up, they couldn't without kicking the other.
Before we tie them, does she find anything interesting on them?
Roll sleight of hand check, Savannah.
Can that one I give guidance?
Sure.
18.
Lasts a minute.
So hold at 18.
It lasts.
While she does that, I'm gonna go back to those grates we found, and I'm gonna try to open them up.
Right.
See if we could toss them in there.
So the grates are upstairs in
Oh,
the small lab in the entrance.
with those other people.
with those other scientists who are currently up there.
Leave it.
Oh, so there's no openings down here.
There is a ladder that leads upstairs into sort of that upper,
The lab area.
yeah, the lab area.
Okay, so the vents are in the lab area. They're not down here.
The vents. Currently, you're looking at the. I mean, there's a small 2 by like a. Was it what?
Yeah, the 2x1.
The 2.5 by 1 vent. You want to try squeezing through a 2.5 by 1 vent?
No, you just want to
No,
open it.
I want to squeeze them in a
I was
2x1
gonna say,
vent.
why don't we just put them in the decontamination chamber once we go through? They'll be out of the sight in the front, and they'll just be there.
That's fine.
Because they'll be in the vent and no one will be able to find them.
I don't think you'd be able to shove
can't fit two
2 tight
people.
bodies into that small little space.
No.
unfortunately.
Oh, so okay. So there's only one vent.
There's only one.
No, it's
Okay.
one vent and it's small, so we can't fit 2 bodies in it.
Okay, then yeah, I guess putting them in the chamber is the way to go. Unless there, can I look around to see if there's any other particular place I can squeeze them in?
I would say with your previous checks before, it doesn't seem like there is. This entire hallway is meant to be
Just walk through.
viewable. Like
Yeah.
there shouldn't be a space to hide in here, and it was built to be that way. Specifically because you have to be screened before you get down here.
So we take the bodies with us so we can leave them by the elevator where they can't be seen. Rolly?
Okay, fair enough.
With the D4, that's a 21.
21. You start to go through their pockets. You find incidental things, like utensils for like easy eating if they had to, rations. You find on one body there is like a promotional coupon for the I'm gonna pull up the name of it. For the Proud Witch Tavern for like a free drink. And
Taking that.
between the two of them, there's an equivalent of about 23 gold.
Well, not what I wanted for once, but I'll take it.
All right.
Also, I found a spork.
Oh, utensils! Hey.
Yay!
Yeah. Cenovan currently is waiting by the large metal grate, the door. Looks to you all and goes, "Hold on. They okay? They're breathing?"
They're breathing.
They're taking in his head. They're taking a nap.
Right.
They're all tuckered out.
All right. Well, starts to reach towards almost like a submarine, sort of this circular door. Grabs the handle. You can hear the scraping of metal, and you see a clean white room beyond you, only about like 10 by 10.
Okay, so that's the square.
That's the square.
Okay.
I assume Rolly, the strongest one, grabs both men, dragging them into the decontamination room. As you all enter, and Cenovan closes the door, locks it. And where you find yourself is a white room with what lets you see 8 small grates, like circular grates, very small, only about maybe half a foot in diameter. 4 on top on the ceiling, 4 on the bottom on the floor, like in the corners of the room. There are, on the opposite door from where you just entered, above the door, there are 4 panels coated by stained glass. And off to the side, onto the left, there are 3 levers, stone levers built into the wall.
You said 8 panels and 3 levers?
There are
4.
8 grates, and there are 4 stained glass panels. They're above the door.
Panels, 3 levers.
And
Okay.
these vents are exactly the same as the ones from the other room.
These look different. While the other one almost like is like what you would expect from like within a house that has built-in AC. These ones are on the floor and ceiling, and they have. As you start to look at it, they're kind of tinted, at least the metal, somewhat blue.
Huh. Well, just for their safety, I guess I'm not going to put them in there.
I mean, it's a 1 foot diameter. It's going to be hard to put anyone in there.
Fair, fair. Next question: the actual decontamination door itself. Am I correct to believe that there's a lock on either side?
Yeah, you start to
Good.
just slightly mess with the handle. It is locked. Like, it is locked in place. You can pull out the door and unlock it, just like as you saw Sanavan do. But as you start to do that with the opposite door, it doesn't move.
So one on the inside, one on the outside.
Yeah.
Got it.
You currently are locked in both ends. Sanavan goes, stand wherever. When I tell you to hold your breath, just hold your breath. He goes to the first lever, pulls it, and you hear as sounds like metal slabs shoved into both ends of the doors, both the where you entered and where you need to go, completely locking you inside.
Oh, fun.
And at this point, the air starts to get a bit stale. Reaches in towards the second lever. And you hear almost like the sound of a fan. Just a soft white noise hum. And immediately the smell of the stale air gets fresh. Like outside, the smell of sea air, fresh sea air. And then once again, it becomes stale. Like it's something new came in and now it's cycling. Begins to cycle. He reaches for the third lever and goes, moment I pull this, hold your breath.
Hold my breath.
Taking big deep breaths. He does the same, and you see a splash of light blue cloud and smoke. Like this mist starts to spray against all of you. The light, the panels above the door, the first one glows red. And new air and new gas starts to be pulled in. He's almost telling you telepathically, hold, hold, hold. About 30 seconds go by. The red light shuts off. The next panel, orange. A minute goes by. What's everyone's con modifier?
0.
I thought you have a
Oh,
1.
no,
now.
1. 0 is 1.
Okay.
Con was 1.
5.
+3.
So you can hold your breath 1 plus your con modifier. That's how many minutes.
That's 4 minutes.
1 minute.
So,
6.
well, no, your con modifier is
Oh,
1.
2.
So 2.
2.
No,
Sick.
my con modifier is 5.
Yeah, so
No,
Rolly
well-
can hold it for 6 minutes.
Sav.
That's like an Olympian. Like that's like a. That's straight up like an Olympic swimmer. A minute goes by. Light turns off. The next one, the third one, yellow. And Rolly, you look down and you kind of get the idea why the metal is stained blue as this light blue mist continues off. A minute and a half goes by, and by this point, Savannah, you are starting to get a bit nervous. As you start to feel that tightness in your chest and lungs. Finally, the mist stops, but air continues. Lights turns off from yellow. Green. You can hear in your head, mist is gone, hold your breath still. Wait until it unlocks. 2 minutes go by.
Wait. If he says that, can I go over to Sav and like put my little desert cover thing like over her mouth? Because she's had this problem before.
I have had this problem before.
What does the desert cover do?
I don't know, like to help her, like if there's a filter, if she can't hold her breath anymore.
Got it. Got it.
Just to cover her mouth.
Absolutely, yeah, you can do that.
I
I'm
tell her in her head, I'm like, I'm gonna just put this over just in case.
You can hear like almost you're counting the seconds, Savannah. And just as you feel that you can't take it anymore and you have to take a breath, the air stops. The opposite door, almost like an automatic timer, and you coughing a little bit, feeling the fresh air hitting your lungs. And at this point, the two other individuals you saw within the decontamination area who are knocked out, still breathing, but unfortunately we're breathing in the mist.
Oops.
Start to foam at the mouth through the cloth. Roll me a medicine check, Vera.
I was gonna
You didn't
say
think that
somebody
far.
could have warned us. 18.
Didn't think that far, Ted.
18. Whatever toxic chemical to decontaminate all of you has seeped through. Obviously, breathing has to go out through the nose because they can't do it through the mouth. Has gone into the lungs and they are deceased. Sonovan looks back, kind of a quick, immediate reaction of shock, and then realizing.
I think I'm yelling in his head, like, you didn't think to tell us that? We could have moved them out of there.
Wouldn't have brought them in here if we knew that.
He tells you telepathic, the worst I've seen people. For those who can't hold their breath long enough, all I've seen is intense coughing and sickness. I haven't seen anyone die from, I guess, this intensive an exposure. He walks over to the Jaguar one, spits, and goes, "Fucking call me a clan swapper." Looks to the snow leopard and goes, "Sorry, friend."
New idea, though. Untie them, Rolly.
I undo my rope.
You get it back?
Because if they find him, we have the deniable plausibility. It was a freak accident.
Plausible deniability.
Plausible Thank you. Right
Very
term.
Take the gag off.
Wonderful.
I take all my stuff
You
back.
take all it back. Hey, you get it back. You are only 5 feet away. What looks to be a circular, almost like it's not that big. I'm gonna check my thing real quick. I don't think it's that. I want to get the sizing right.
Oh, actually, I have an idea. I put them down, and then I begin to kind of mess with their bodies and arrange it in a way where it looks kind of natural, where I have them with their like hands on their throats, like they suffocated in here.
Roll me a performance check.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good with those.
Like, Rolly's the perfect one for that.
Oh, baby, that's a 23.
23. You mark one. You sort of put them on one of them on their knees, and have them slump over like they were losing consciousness. And you don't put the hands next to the neck. You put it slightly down, like they lost consciousness as they were starting to choke. The other one, you sort of do something similar, and you feel fairly confident that you placed a scene that seems believable. Yeah, so across only about 5 feet within this small little hallway that leads into a open tube, and within that tube, connected by a series of metallic chain and wires, is a literally just like 10 by 10 space of a almost copper wired elevator. Sonovan walks in first, going into the elevator, and there's a small lever. Or no, not a lever. There is a slot within it, like almost like a slot on the side, and there are buttons. Ushers you to come inside.
I say in his head, do we have to hold our breath in here too?
No.
I'm assuming we're going straight to Blake's office.
We can go straight to the Blake's office. That is basement level 5.
Is she in there right now? 'Cause that would be something to note.
She left about maybe 3 hours ago.
Where?
So that's gotta be guarded somehow.
She
though.
doesn't tell me.
She's not gonna just leave her office like that, right?
Every time I visited her office, she's been there. So I don't know what type of security system she may have.
So you've never gone down to her office with her to access her office. There's no way that she needs to put in something special to get in there.
I have been once. She's talked to her door, and it's opened for her.
As in, like, voice mimic?
Something, maybe. I mean, if you have that capability, then great, but it's her voice that unlocks the door.
Let me see.
There might be alternatives, I don't know, but most of the time when I'm visiting her, she's generally already in the office, and if she has any security system, it's already been deactivated because she's currently in that office.
Just hope it's not one of those rooms she has to, like, be in for it to be okay.
I don't know.
So one thing I know that every fortress, every castle, every major compound has some form of information or control room. My question is, there must be an alarm here somewhere, and doing something can trigger it. Is there a way we can turn that alarm off?
I don't personally know, but you are right. There, on each level, as far as I've seen on the levels that I've been a part of, there are this, and he sort of starts to describe this almost like a 5-foot globe surrounded by copper rings. This is the alarm system. He sort of describes this alarm system that on any of the levels, if it happens to be spun, that'll alert all other levels, including the guard barracks. And it'll also inform the guards of what level that was spun. He doesn't know how to disable it. He's never really needed to ask. The buttons, I should also say, that you see on the elevator are labeled B1, where you're currently at. There is B2, which again he's informed you that is the guard barracks to avoid. B4, which leads to, he describes as an animal chamber, a secondary like freight elevator system, and then leads into another sort of smaller lab. And then there is B5 that leads to Blake's office.
So here's an idea. I'm not sure if that alarm system is going to be usable with the power to this facility, but what if half of us go to Blake's office and half of us go to the power room, and then we shut down the power and then go into Blake's office?
He holds his card that he has the same, like he sort of describes this card, this key that goes into that slot. He goes, I only have one.
The thing also is, what if her alarm isn't tied to the power? What if it's just magical? It wouldn't matter if we turned off the power. Knowing her.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, with the way she's been, I doubt power is going to do much to get through it, but...
In terms of power, all I know is that a good amount of the equipment and major components that are being stored here are powered by the power station that we have within the facility. But to your point, I don't know what has arcane backups or not.
Something tells me we should turn off the power first. If anything, it gives us one buffer of protection, I guess.
It will, but won't it alert them?
That the power's out. Or something odd keeps happening.
If you guys head towards the power station, I'm not going to join you. Mainly because there will be forces between you and the power station. And I can't get myself involved in a fight.
I think we should just go to the office and get out.
That's fine.
Are we really sure we want to let this facility continue doing the things it does? Do we want to face another Kraken or another monstrosity yet again? We are in the facility that makes the things.
Priority, Broly. I hear what you're saying, and we will.
I think
I'm
we need
just
to
saying,
get what we need to get first, and then we can figure that
Yeah,
out.
yeah. I'm just saying he's here to help us get what we need, but I want to make sure we don't have to fight another one of those horrors again, nor anyone for that matter.
We may not have to fight one from here, but we already know what number of experiments it goes up, and that's not even in her lab.
Just throwing that out there.
So where to first?
The office.
All right, come on in. Everyone starts to jam inside the small 10 by 10 elevator. He brings out his key, so this small thin card places into the slot. You see the button start to illuminate. His key allows him to press 1, 2, 4, and 5. So all of them there start to light. He presses 5, and the entire platform that you're standing on goes. You have to sort of hold on to the edging as it starts to go. This is important, so I'm going to describe a little bit. You start to feel the movement, sort of the free-flowing shifting down of cords and metal grates, metal chains. And you see a floor starting to come up from the below, like a ceiling, and then takes about maybe 30 seconds. You see floor number 2 pass by. About a full minute until you see floor number 4. It went from 2 to 4. And then between 4 and 5, it's about 2 minutes. Longer than you were expecting. 5.
I think I asked Donovan in his head, is there a way out of her office to, like, the outside? And I explain, like, what I seen in the scry. I don't say I seen it in a scry, but I just, like, explain the doors.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
The floor starts to meet with you guys.
I'm looking for a note that I can't find, and it's annoying me. So, DM, I have a question.
Yeah.
What was that mimic thing that I got in from a gift from the Raven's?
Yeah.
Oh, the bird.
So if you've heard a creature talk within any of your time, you can mimic their voice. And
Okay,
I believe you
perfect.
can do that for an hour every day.
And it doesn't have to be hear their voice recent, right?
No, so long as you've heard them talk for like a minute.
Okay.
The
It's
great
like, I'm looking for the note. I'm like, I have it here.
opens up. You see a small jaunt, about maybe a 10-foot hallway that leads into what looks to be a fine wooden door.
Now let Sev try her thing first, and then I'll see if I have to do something else.
I'll utilize my mimic ability to be Olivia Blake's, and I say to the door, "Open, you stupid door."
I also put the little lantern up, see if there's anything that we're not aware of.
Sure. You pull up the lantern. Nothing shows. However, if you say open stupid door, in Olivia's voice, just the door. You hear numerous unlocks. Something arcane spells. Finally, the door turns on its own. The handle opens only an inch.
Check for traps. Can Felix check for traps? I say in her
I
head.
think that's what I was just about to do. I summoned Felix. I'm like, "Can you check the door, please?"
Felix reaches outwards. Sonovan actually steps back as he sees this display going,
She's fine. It's normal. Let's just say she has a little friend.
reaching outwards, not only through the door, but into the room, because that's his ability, gets to peer through 120 feet around you. After a moment, Felix comes back and you hear in your mind, there are several traps. Numerous. However, it seems that most of them are inert. There is one effect, however, that's currently still active. When you enter, right above the door, there's a stone raven. It is currently keeping watch.
I'll wait for Sab to tell us this.
So, intel from Felix. There's a bunch of traps in there, but it's permanently inert. But if we open the door, there's a bird or raven that's apparently keeping watch.
Can Felix
Right
tell?
above
It's all magical, right? Or am I misunderstanding?
Felix?
It is a magical trap that is currently tracking. Like it's almost like a camera.
So theoretically, if I were to stand in the doorway and cast anti-magic field, would it go inert?
Theoretically.
It's an 8th level spell, though. But I don't want her to bamf in this room.
Right.
That's all I was like, what did I have for my 8th level?
It's either that or...
I mean, it'll buy us time. It's within a 10-foot radius, an
How
invisible
much
sphere.
time?
Up to an hour, as long as I keep concentration.
You want to stand outside the door and hold it?
Well, it's within 10 feet. How close is it to the door?
No, it's right above the
It's right
door.
above the door.
It's 10-foot radius, so I guess I could just stand in the doorway. Or technically I could go through, and it would still catch it, just not too far.
You can measure it out.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna mage hand and creep open the door so we can look into the room.
I'm gonna cast it.
You're gonna cast it.
Another option is I can kind of squeeze in through the front and snip it.
I mean, yeah, but wouldn't that cause alert of, hey, why can't we suddenly see into this room?
Yeah, wouldn't an anti-magic field also cause the same thing?
This is true.
Okay, well maybe I don't do that.
Oh, do you want to quickly attack?
I'm
it?
trying to convey to my party, either way, this room was designed to let her know if someone comes in here, she will know. So either we destroy it, or we anti-magic field it, or we just go in there gung-ho and she will know we're there regardless.
Wait, checking spell. I might have an idea.
Well, if I anti-magic, I might be able to anti-magic more than one thing to get the info and get the hell out. But
That is a good point. Either way, I don't like it. I'm gonna prep for a battle.
What is your accent, by the way? Just for my own sake.
That is a great question, which I have completely forgotten because it's been so
Poison,
long.
isn't it?
I think it's
I
poison.
want to say, what did we do before? What did we do before? We were at the bar.
Ice?
We were on the beach.
We were on the beach. What did
Poison
I have?
or oh, I think it was radiant because of the zombies.
Were the
No?
zombies necrotic?
I think
so.
you said it necrotic. Said it's radiant to affect a
Necrotic
necromantic
thing.
entity.
And it didn't. And it didn't. Right. Okay. Yeah.
But you can set it now if you want.
I'm gonna set it to. You said it was a stone raven, right?
A stone raven, yeah.
Stone raven. Can Rolly make a wisdom check to see if he knows what element might be good to,
For
mess with the stone?
this magical item, you have to be an Arcana check.
I'll do that.
I was gonna ask if I could do that, but it's okay.
You're welcome to, but I'm doing it
I'm
because
just
this is
trying
all going through Rolly's mind right now.
I think Vera's just trying to figure out if she does this spell, is it still gonna alert her? Or is it just gonna make it like it's still going? It's just not watching at this moment. That's
No,
what I'm
what I was looking into to see if this would be realistic is, I don't want to use a 3rd level spell, major image. Make it think it's seeing what it's not really seeing.
Can that target an object, or does it have to target a creature?
It targets a space.
A space.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be good. I rolled a 16 on that, by the way.
16?
On the Arcana check.
I'm trying to think if In terms of stone, I mean, you get a sense. I'll say that things that sort of occur to you, things that would not work against stone. That would be like lightning, or you think maybe thunder has a good chance. Just this vibration of sound. Definitely not ice or fire against stone. Probably wouldn't really work well. Or poison. Poison probably be the worst.
What about acid?
Acid, I wouldn't say that's something that would be ineffective, but I wouldn't say with that roll that you know exactly what would be the weakness.
So I now share this group I now share this thought with the group. Like, hey, if I need to cut that thing off, like it's made of stone, what do you guys think would be the best element to use against it, just to get a clean cut quickly?
Force.
I was thinking force or acid.
Yeah, maybe acid. I don't know, force just because it might be faster. I don't know how long, if the acid takes a while.
Do you guys have any other ideas? And then that's when I assume Savannah presents the image thing.
If we cast an illusion above it, it will see the illusion of the image. That might can give us some coverage, like do an investigation real fast.
How long does Major Image stay up?
10 minutes.
You'd probably have almost like showing a fake, like almost like those old heist movies where they would replay something. You can do something similar where you would just showcase the room in front of you, in front of the in front of the stone bird, essentially making a loop for you guys to slip in. That I would say is a very good possibility, but you have 10 minutes.
I would suggest only one of us go in then. Because I feel like if all of us go in, that's like a mean, easy to
Not if you can play it.
The spell, would that affect my investigation?
No, it wouldn't affect it in any way. I mean, it would allow you some freedom, but it's not going to give you like advantage or anything.
So, destroy the bird or trick the bird?
I think just trick it. Because if you destroy it, I feel like that's an easy alert. The major image, it may just buy us some time. Even if she does know some effect, she might not know the exact effect.
How big is the room?
Yeah, you can peer inside. The room itself is about 20 by 20. It is a square room. You can see from your current vantage point, there are posters against the walls of like self-portraits of the Blakes. Her mother, Olivia's mother, father, and her two brothers, even the youngest one there. There is what looks to be an outline drawing of like certain chemicals, like important ones that were something she wanted to view often. There's a desk off to the north, sort of like the top side, semicircular desk with what looks to be a candle, a plate of food on top of it, and several papers and books. On the opposite end, sort of the southern area, there's like a giant, from ceiling to floor, bookshelf, which is numerous books. In addition to that, there also is the spinning globe alert, thing here.
Dad, how often have you been in her office?
Several times.
Do you have an idea of where she might store her important documents?
Her desk.
Okay.
I'm sure it's guarded.
I still want another person to go in just so that we can have more coverage, but I can still go.
I can come with. There's a few things I could probably lead us to.
Okay. I'll cast Major Image and then grab Dad as soon as it goes up.
You almost repeat, almost like a layer, a white, like an illusionary line in front of where you would assume the bird to be, right above you from your vantage point. And through the illusion, as you walk into the room, you look back and you can see just through it, this translucent arcane magic that you left. It is actually a moving stone bird that red emerald eyes that look, but it doesn't seem like it's doing anything. It's almost like in constant search mode. But as the illusion goes up, it just, nothing changes in its demeanor.
I'm going straight to the desk.
Okay. I will say with because you did find traps through Felix, there were several traps on the desk. However, they are inert due to your voice activation. They've been deactivated. But you go to the desk, there are several drawers that are currently locked that you're trying to pull open.
Are they simple enough locks that I have time to pick them?
Depends on how well you're good at pickpocket or picking. So roll me a lock picking check.
See, that's 19.
19. Yeah, with a 19, I think it would be good enough. You are able to open up a few of the drawers here. So probably the first 3. And there are several documents and papers and notebooks and folders. Roll me an investigation check, and you can do so with advantage with Son of Un's help.
So it's going to be 22.
22. Oh, wow, 22. You find... Well, first of all, on the desk, there is the candle. Or I should say lantern. The fire, ever flickering, and you get a sense... Probably magical. Probably one of the traps. But it's currently just a lantern. You get closer to the desk, there is a plate of sugar cookies.
No.
A small vial shelf, like a small little shelf container with several vials, and most of them are empty except for one that is a full black ichor inside.
I'm going to swipe that.
I'm gonna say I'm on guard out front. Baby's awake, so I'm gonna go grab him.
Go.
There are, in front of the desk, there are 2 old chairs, like very, very old, like old-timey made, where like they have like intricate designs on the back and on the legs, several swoops and spins, flower and floral designs on the back, just very, very like old, like it's something you'd find in an antique center. As you start to open the drawers, you can find several notebooks written by Oliver Blake, her brother, that have notes written over them. So like he wrote something and then some other person wrote over them. It looks like alterations or improvements. It's something recent too.
Skim through the notes as recent, but I kind of want to swipe those notebooks as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, we can burn them.
Yeah, after reread them.
I'll say as part of your investigation, as you moved past the 2 chairs that were sitting in front of the desk, they don't move. You kind of try to push them a little bit just so you can make your way around. They don't move. They're steady in their space. With Felix's, again, once Felix's help, you get a sense that this was also a trap.
Oh.
You find several notes. You start to thumb through a particular notebook that looks old and weathered. The leather is currently starting to peel a little bit. And you are able to read quickly the following. Deplorable. Pure disappointment in our parents. Wasting away in Riva, inspecting over the crowns of the town folk. Our true birthright. Hidden away. Our family once were advisors to royalty, given freedom and resources for the advancement of the Arcane, and now look at us. Deplorable. Only for our parents and their parents to hide our connection, finding our history was truly thrilling. It took time, but brother and I found her. Our once queen, the person we, our family, dedicated ourselves to, a mind brilliant beyond belief. The world will change, and brother and I will be the spark. Flipping through the notebook, you read it again. Astonishment beyond belief. The good doctor has taught me many things, and I would have never guessed that the weave traverses beyond the stars and stops at the edge of the material plane. So much implication for spellcasters and their limitations and exhaustion once used and depleted. It makes sense. Would have never guessed. I can only assume that the same thing occurs for those with the divine magic. Brother, on the other hand, isn't really receptive to Jade Reach's teachings. It's a shame. Further along within the... now you get a sense you're looking at a journal. I knew the stories. Our queen's descent into madness? Hardly. Her mind's awoken. I also remember the stories of her actions to lead... her actions that led her to receive the ire from outer beings of the Arcane. Secrets. Secrets that are her alone and only for hers to share if she wishes. She shared with me her secrets. The dreamer told her the truth and where to find it. A 1 in a million chance. So we need time. My queen needs time. I need time. Thumbing further. We're not free. The lettering now a little more sporadic, a little more agitated. We're not free. I tested her theory. She was right. There is a force ever present that has always been there. It acts on us all. Some days I don't even know if my own thoughts are my own. The history of our universe is widely debated, but not definitive. Even further, the letters and words now on the page. Wild. Agitated. Letters. Words. Paragraph. Pages. Chapters. Books. Sets. Shelves. Libraries. And beyond. That's all it is. Ideas. Ideas. Soon. Ideas come with structure. So long as we work within the rules of the world, rules can be bent. So long as the dreamer isn't awakened, we can use him to find our destination and free us all. Those made and unmade, those who dream and don't, they will all be free. All of us. Flipping through. The wording and lettering now a little bit calmer. Brother has been taking the easy path, as it were. I see Mother's impatience in him. It's reflected in his gaze. I want to remove those eyes. The Queen has given me permission to do what it takes to secure our victory, and his obsession with making a mark, especially with the Griffins, is a liability. You read a date. Seems familiar. A few days prior. Flipping through. We're so close. The Astral Sea is vast, but we have means to search quickly. We will find him, and he will tell us where to go. One of the last entries on the very last page. That isn't blank. You read. A flashing black line. It's written out. A flashing black line. Period. Next line. An endless white void. Next line. A pyramid pointing towards its intent. Then, there we were. There we are. The story will end. We just need to ensure that it ends with us free from it, no matter the cost. That's what you read from her journal.
It's a lot taken.
I
Right,
have
babe? Right?
I know.
I have a very poorly spelled all of this out. I will obviously I'll make sure it's all corrected and give it to you guys when you have when I have a chance.
Thank
I
you.
closed the journal and I put it in my bag because, like,
Bad grammar and bad
yeah.
spelling ever.
Anything else to note around at her office?
Nothing else catches your attention.
He keeps wanting to look at your map. You want to hold him like in his bottle? He's like, let me figure this crap out. Hold on.
He's like, what is this? Puzzle.
You go get his bottle. He has a hair tie in his mouth, but it's fine. I gave it to him.
All right.
Okay, the joys of parenting. I don't want to do this now, so I was looking at Sylvan and it's like, anything else we should grab?
He looks to you, places a hand on your shoulder, and goes, "We want to get free, Savannah. We want to get free. There is something. These."
Okay, I just grab him and walk him out the office. I'm like, not in here.
You exit out, and by this time you have about a minute left on that that spell.
While this is going on, can I investigate her as well to see if there's anything potentially worth grabbing?
Do you want to go inside the room?
The 1 minute left, or this is
Well, no. While you were reading the journal,
Oh, you
I
want?
didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, did you enter in the room too?
Yeah, I wanted
sure.
to enter in the room as that whole thing was happening, just to see if there's anything.
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
That'd be a 15.
15. Medical and scientific books line the bookshelf. Some of them, I would say, especially for you, go way above your head, where you're able to open a few of them and just a bunch of equations and long 7-syllable words that just escape Rolly. Yeah, I don't think there's anything other than the vial that Savannah took. I mean, the other things that can be taken are obviously more medical books if you wish to take them, and there are the plate of cookies.
What vial did she take?
Savannah took a black vial.
of black ichor, and a bunch of Oliver's journals and Olivia's journal.
So I would like to set fire to this lab.
No.
Leave
We
it.
can discuss this outside, Savannah, but you know what we came here to do.
Do you tell
Literally.
us what was in there, or at least a summary of it?
Well, not at the moment, because I just kind of wanted to get out of there while we still had the 10 minutes.
Yeah, my investigation let me know, even though it was already above my head, that a lot of things that can aid in the development of these creatures and their experiments are in here. And that's without me knowing what was actually written in the journal itself. So I want to, as she's done for us, I would like to destroy this place.
Do you express your desire to do that?
Absolutely. I step out and I let them know, you gotta take this place down. Can't leave it up.
I will say you do that because Vera is currently standing outside while this is happening, while Savannah's currently still reading the journal. You say that to Vera. And I'll say that you probably do this without saying it to Sonovan. Unless you want to keep him in that discussion.
Well, I'm gonna let Vera know.
Okay.
I want to take this place down.
I don't know if that's smart. I agree, but I don't know if we're in the moment where we can do that. In your head.
What moment could be more better than this? We are in here. What moment will we ever find like this ever again?
Rolly, I say this with the kindest intentions because we all have people missing. I'm scared to do that because she has tethers to everything we care about.
This is a tether for them.
I understand that, but we don't have a way to get to Gina Lee, to anybody that was taken. And I don't know if that's going to be the tether that breaks the camel's back. And she just cuts them.
For all we know, those tethers have already been cut.
Not the last time I checked.
So I'm saying here that we've been on the defensive. And I'm done being on the defensive. I'm going to strike at her where it hurts. We've already worked out those gems. That's a start. But that's not been enough to deal with the Blakes. We went through one facility after having dealt with so many monstrosities, so many experiments, so much just disgusting abominations. This is the next step. We will never get a better opportunity than this. I'm gonna say this. I've had a bad feeling being in here since we walked in. I feel that any moment Olivia is gonna show up here because she knows we're here. Call me paranoid. Call me foolish. There's no way that a woman that powerful won't be able to know that we're in here, that we could just walk in so easily.
I don't think you're paranoid. We all know that that's the case, but I think we should at least include Sav before we just start doing things.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it impulsively. Of course, I'm just talking to you right now before we make a decision, but I'm just saying, I'm voicing my opinions.
Do you wait for Savannah to finish? We'll say that this was in between the moment Savannah's reading the journal.
Perfect timing, yeah.
Yeah. Savannah, you finish reading the journal. You grab your father as he's currently trying to spout his own viewpoints on their end goals, and you bring him into the hallway just as the illusion drops. You're currently still standing in the hallway looking inside the office.
Can I have done
no
something?
changes. Excuse me?
Can I have... Sorry, I wanted to cut you before you start moving stuff. Can I have sent a message after having this conversation with Rolly to Roman?
Yeah. You want to send a message? Sending? Go for it.
I will say, if you are in a advantageous point to... What is this place called, technically? Like, not this lab, but like the top part where you can see, where everybody else can see. Like, what is this place
so this
called?
is the military outpost for the Stripe Lake clan. He knows where that is.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, they went in here. I'm just saying, like,
You're in the gated area. And
what do I call it?
Yeah, you're in the gated area within the military outpost. You can also describe the 3 domed tent as well if you want to.
Okay.
So keep that within 25 words.
I will say, if you're in a position,
You're gonna have to count.
if you're in a... Hold on. If you're in
I got it.
Go ahead.
Count.
She
Okay.
wanted to count for you.
No. You say what you gotta
25.
say.
Okay. If you're in a position to destroy part of the outpost, do it when I tell you to.
You have 7 more.
Just wait for my call, and I'll wait for his response.
Good.
Okay. You get a response back. Understood. I watched where you guys went into. Currently on the roof of a residential building looking out. I have just the spell.
Okay. Now let me spend the sending. And I tell Rolly, let us get out. And I can probably do something from here. But then we got to get the hell out. And Roman has that top of it. But we got to have a little bit of time.
Fine.
Savannah, you enter in the room, as well as Sonovan. Sonovan looks to all 3 of you. Goes, do you now see there is something out there that is dictating, that is affecting us all.
I will say,
You're going based off the words of a crazy woman. Two crazy women.
These individuals, the Blakes, Evergrey, they are beyond intelligent. They've
Yeah,
created
they're sick.
They've created
Okay.
things. They have done things and they have learned things that we can only dream of.
I repeat to Rolly and Vera, the overall what was said, the biggest thing that's sticking in my head right now is she has already met with the dreamer before, and she's not so much trying to wake him to destroy everything, but to wake him because they want to go beyond, because they believe there's a force controlling everyone.
so like a tether. She wants to
Like a-
destroy that tether,
Yeah.
but she doesn't actually know what that's gonna do. That's just a theory.
I don't think she cares.
I'm gonna look at
For
Sonovan.
Evergreen, we know she does not care.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Sonovan as this is going on, saying, if you think that she has anything but her own interests at heart, if you think she cares about anything but herself, then you're a fool.
What was she before she went mad? Before all the stories told everyone that she went crazy. What was she?
A queen.
What do they always describe her as?
Benevolent.
A benevolent queen dedicated to her people. She's still that.
Problem is, Son of Anne, she's been dedicated to herself, and I can give you plenty of examples even removed from myself. One of her best generals, one of the ones sworn to do anything she asked at any one time, she did not give a shit about when she died. So what makes you think you're any different?
And you sit there and say that all people are perfect, that any one individual is flawless. The smartest person could become the stupidest person with just enough, with just enough manipulation. The strongest person could become the weakest with just trauma.
She could be blindsided. I understand that she sold you on this, but if there's any error, and I do mean any, everybody else is going to pay the consequences. And I do mean everybody. Not just us in this room. So my problem with this, and I think all of our problems with this is, I don't think we can gamble with the world's lives. That's not fair of us to say yes to.
That's exactly my reasoning. It's not worth. I believe you, Dad. I believe you believe everything that you feel right now, and I know what that passion feels like. But it's not worth risking everyone else for it.
She's served herself in this form. Yes, she's brought people with her, but I've watched people, like I said, that would do anything for her. Anything, you name it, done. And she just let them die. Because she didn't care. Because she wanted to serve her own purpose. So if she makes this choice, and it is the wrong one, then what? There's no fixing it after that.
For those who dedicate themselves to our queen, who then feel like it's in their power to maybe alter what she views, that's on them. That's on them. This is for everyone. And yes, some roads are laid with blood and bodies. But at the very end, at every war, recovery is there. And this recovery is going to be grand.
She caused her own war to make an undead army. She couldn't even, get regular just everybody and say, hey, maybe there's this idea. She killed a king to get what she wanted.
How grand is it if it requires the death of...
She's raining dead people on other cities. She's not even going... Okay, best case scenario, let's just say this is the ideal way. She wants to fix everything. Great. But the way she's going about it, I have more than reservations to say this is the wrong thing. She doesn't care.
We can then...
What, fix it? Listen, okay, as far as entities go, I serve a god. I step out of line, that man has corrected me in more ways than one. There is nothing stopping her. Nothing other than us trying to figure out what she's doing. She has all this power, and there is no alignment, there is no checks and balances, and she's just doing whatever the hell she wants, regardless if you serve her, I serve her, the people serve her. There's nothing. She's just gonna snap her fingers and do what she wants, because there's nothing that can control her. Where's the morality in that? Everybody else is just screwed.
Where's your freedom in that?
It'll be at the light. Listen, we don't have to agree. We can view different ways. I will respect that. You've experienced things that I haven't. I've experienced things that you haven't. And I can guarantee that none of us have the time nor the patience with our opposing views that we can sit here and discuss it. Are you certain that you want to cause a bit of mayhem here?
Now I'm positive. I wasn't before.
Almost certain, Dab. I have a question for you and a deal. Are you so confident in your belief that no matter what happens here, you will be freed from this light?
At the end, when she has spoken to the dreamer and the dreamer has given her destination, and she has severed the ties of whatever force that affects us all, I truly believe that at the end of the story, we will make our own. We will be free to do what we wish and want.
Then I want you to walk away from this. I'm not going to argue your beliefs with you. Believe that. I don't want you involved with this. This is just undermining everybody. And if you truly believe, no matter what happens here, that you will get your salvation that way, it shouldn't matter. We will bail. You will still get your freedom.
Savannah, with a deal, it comes on both ends. Surely you know that. I walk away, what do you do?
Not let them kill you. Try to protect you from the crazy of Olivia and Evergrey.
Make me a persuasion check.
I can't guide this, huh?
I wouldn't think so.
Come on, be good.
I think even if...
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
You can come look at it. Nat 20.
I'm lazy. You're good.
What a story beat.
I think just when she's trying to convince him, he hears in his head, I think your daughter's trying to save you for more than you just think.
Well, hold on. Let me think here. I can't take any new information. Give me a second. How this is the process. I think, without making an insight, just you, Savannah, you look at your dad as you say these words, and there is a mixture of emotions of both full and honest belief, confidence beyond what you can, like, just someone who has fully given themselves to a cause, and that immediate sign of fear, if you ever turn away from this cause, you are dead. Because you have betrayed the cause. And as you say, you will protect him. With a natural 20, I think you've swayed him enough to not get a direct result that you want. Oh boy, what is this? What's the option here? I think he looks to you and says, You'll protect me. Okay. How?
Can send you to another plane.
sort of me as a DM, I'm trying to process this. A natural 20 has to be goddamn respected. He looks to you, Vera, as you say that, and he goes, I don't want to leave the plane that my family's on.
We might be able to figure out some options for you, but
My suggestion to you is you stay away from your daughters for now because you will be a target. But I will do what I can if you just need to say yes.
I will give you 3 days. If I still feel within 3 days that any effect that you guys have had on our plans is not for the betterment of us all, I will return. But for 3 days, I will give you.
you do understand that we are about to cause chaos right now.
Like
You really want
any moment now.
You fully feel that whatever you're going to do now will be for the betterment of the world. I'm putting trust in you. I am, and he'll be honest with you, expressing this out. I am beyond conflicted.
I will say this, at least we've kept your daughters safe. I can't say that for who you work for.
He'll walk up to you, Savannah, and in your ear, vocally, not in your head, tell you, turn off the power, do what you wish, run afterwards. Gets into the elevator.
Where's the power?
On the 4th floor. We gotta go to the 4th level.
Well,
yeah,
I think we have to use his card first. And don't be going just yet.
He's waiting for you by the elevator. He's
Okay.
not gonna go.
Let's
He's not
go,
gonna
let's
take
go.
off until you guys go.
Let's just say I tell mentally to Savannah, your boyfriend's up there and ready, so the quicker we can do this, the better. Let's go.
Let's go.
Sorry. What do you guys do?
We're
We're
leaving.
heading. We're
Okay, you guys get in the elevator.
quickly.
Yeah.
He will slip in his key once again. Press 4, and once again, 2 minutes go by.
Can I take a potion while we're in this 2 minutes?
Absolutely, yeah.
Or towards the end of the 2 minutes when the door's
How
about
much
to
was
open.
in there, by the way?
8.
I have a quick question for Sullivan. Once we get to the power, is there any other exits other than the elevator?
Full transparency, there might be, but nothing that I'm aware of.
How good can you act?
Depends on what you want me to say.
After we shut off the power, Rolly's gonna punch you in the face. You're gonna get a black eye. We run because we took your card.
Or he could really punch you in the face. But I don't think you want the...
He's just gonna give you a black eye. Look at Rolly, right, Rolly?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
I'm going to tell you what. You want the power to turn off, as I mentioned before from our deal above. That's on you. You want a way back up? I have a way for you to get back up. The door starts to meet with the floor and ceiling. Opens up. You step out until what looks to be a hallway to what looks to be a stone door, about a 5-foot hallway. You guys enter in the hallway. He sticks his card in, presses 1, tosses you the card.
Alright, turn the power off.
As the gates and Savannah, gates start to close, and as they start to do it, he looks to you in the eye and goes, 3 days. If the world's not better in 3 days, we will make it.
Might want to make sure you hide. I hear the Blakes don't take kindly to traitors.
I just look at him and says, bye, Sylvan.
Bye, Savannah. And you are left alone within this small hallway. The opposite end of the hallway now a door.
Guess
To what you would know by the map is animal storage.
that's where the power
Animal.
is?
No. We gotta go through the animal storage to what looks like a hallway. We go through the hallways to some stairs, and go down the stairs, and that's where the power is.
Well, we better hurry up.
I'm curious though, what kind of animals?
Lord. Probably ones we're not gonna
we might
like.
be animals for distractions. So, what kind of animals?
Again. Not if we're trapped down here with him. The guard barracks is on 2.
Fine. I guess we'll head onto the center hallway storage.
All right.
No, that's a gate for an elevator, right? That's what that's.
So yeah, so you guys are on level 4.
Yeah.
Through the hallway that you're looking at, going from right to left this time, is from this hallway leads into animal storage. Then it leads into what he's described as a freight elevator. That'll go down 1 extra level to level 5, and then there is a stairwell that you can head down towards the power.
Let's do that then, I guess.
Yeah.
Question: how are you getting into the animal storage? Are you being stealthy about it?
I'm being stealthy because I still don't know who or what might be in there. So, I'm assuming they're like animals in cages, but the cages are not exposed. Are they exposed?
The door is closed. You don't know yet.
Good point.
So stealthy for that. Is everyone else going stealthy?
Mm-hmm. Even though I'm not very stealthy, but I will try.
Roll me a stealth check.
Can I give myself guidance?
Yeah, you can.
Gonna need it. Gonna need it.
Woo! Unnatural 20.
That's a success.
19.
That's a success.
Hold on, I'm looking for a default. Yeah, that's not very stealthy. 11.
11. Don't worry. 2 successes, 1 failure. Not too bad.
My dice don't like rolling for stealth rolls. They always F me.
I'm so low-key making this woman fly because she can't step quietly.
It's not even a negative. It's just how I roll. It's just every time.
You enter in the door, slowly opening it as quietly as can be. Let's bring you over to a map, guys.
Hey.
There we go. If you may, please click on tactical mode.
You forgot to. Mike can edit this out because I have to click my Ethernet cord because it's too slow. It won't even let me exit out. So I was like, Mike, you were supposed to do that.
Unclick, unclick, unclick. This will all be edited out.
Yeah, that's an awful lot of the cleavage there.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
All right. Let's put you. While you do that, I'll put the tokens down.
You click it. My nails never let me click it. Right. There we go. You said tactical mode,
Okay.
yeah?
Let's see here. And then Savannah token.
Oh, go back. Okay. Why do I keep switching?
You enter in this first room. You guys are currently in the elevator, opening the door. So you would be right about, I would say, Vera, you're here. Are you able to see the map, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. as you start to enter in, the scene that you see is a fairly large room. As you see from the northeast, there are several cages. One of them empty right against you. Another one that's holding what looks to be like a wolf. There are several pillars and platforms that hold like bugs and insects and what looks to be like these brightly colored butterflies. To the southeast, there is a hog, just sort of within this cage. A turtle, like a tortoise, as well as several like chimps. On the southwest, there are like these trap implements, bear traps, cages. Sorry, not cages. Chains, ball and chains, and a chest. To the northwest, there seems to be an actual like glass-plated aquarium with something swimming inside, and there are 3 individuals. One of them, a cloaked human, that you would all recognize as a Genesis member. There is looks to be like a standard striped leg member, and this large, imposing Tabaxi striped clan enforcer. You can overhear a discussion happening as the Genesis member goes, "A shark?" The striped leg goes, "Yeah. Apparently we need to keep this one for a while till it grows big enough for testing." The large, giant Tabaxi goes, "Here, fishy, fishy. Aren't you sad in that tank? You'd make a fine meal." The Stripe Clan member goes, "Stop touching the tank." Genesis member looks back. Son of N really screwed up on this one. How hard is it to find a mature shark next to a fucking beach? Yeah. I don't trust him. Teacher's pet. Always with Master Blake. Fucking clan swapper. I would also like to mention, within the map, you might see what looks to be a translucent metallic wire or fencing within this room. That's because the room actually... That's a balcony. It actually goes up a level. And you are able to see, like, it is like almost like a 2-story space where the ceiling is extra high and it leads into what looks to be an additional level, which you would assume to be level 3, that you can see it opens up to. Can't from your position that you can see what's over there, but it does.
I will say, question to Savannah. Can you make us invisible again? Because what if I just have Roman, do the attack upstairs and maybe all these guys will run out?
Still need to turn off the power. What I was thinking about was letting out one of these animals as a distraction. Which cage is nearest, the wolf or the hog?
The hog would be the closest, as like Rolly's literally right against it. The wolf is further up north. It's the very edge, like northeast cage.
Would my mage hand reach that far?
Yeah, it's not further than 30 feet.
Let me look at this. So this is a balcony. So where's our door to get to the other side? Right here? Oh, I can't do that. Is it the arch-looking thing? Is our door to get through?
So this arch-looking thing, that's the freight elevator.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might work. Alright, so, guys, what I'm thinking is, we let out the wolf, they'll run to that corner, and when they're all dealing with the wolf over there, we run straight through. Thoughts?
Are we going to be invisible?
No.
I mean, we would have to hide before you do anything.
I mean, we're kind of stuck by the corner while they're having that conversation. The other idea was the shark, but I think the shark would be too hard to try to let out.
I mean, ultimately, I think because we're not invisible, anything we do is gonna get us caught, so...
Well, the mage hand they won't see. They'll just probably see something run by, so we'll just have to be quick about it.
What if something catches fire?
Also an idea. Let's see. Is there any... What's flammable?
Are the cages flammable?
Some of the cages are flammable. You see that... I will say that the hog, the tortoise. Yeah, most of these are flammable in terms of wood. I would say it would just depend on what type of fire. If you're using like a standard flame, these are enforced wooden cages, so it's not like they're going to go up in flame instantly.
I don't really want to hurt the animals. It's not their fault.
Hold on. Oh, could cast fast friends. But I can only do it like on 2 of them. I'm not gonna waste a 5th level for 3 of them. Híjole.
I mean, violence?
I'm trying to avoid violence if necessary.
Yeah, we already killed
As much
2
as
and
I
we
don't
didn't
like
even
that
one.
man, I still made that man a promise.
We promised not to kill them. We didn't promise not to hurt them.
I just don't know. Well, that's why I'm saying if something starts happening above and we hide, maybe they'll all run out to go see what the hell that's about, and then we cut the power.
I kind of like that idea.
But I don't know if that's not a guarantee. But I mean, it's not a guarantee that we can't kill any of them either.
But we also need to make sure that they're all out while we try to go cut this power. It would only make more sense if we do it right after we cut the power, wouldn't it?
Well, if we cut the power, we're still gonna have to go back through them. Unless they're all dead. Or knocked out.
I have 1 third level slot left. I can turn... Oh, well... Do I have that still available? No, I don't. I have one spell slot left to turn 2 of us invisible.
I mean, you're the quickest. If you want, you sneak by them all. But that's gonna be hard. But I feel like you're the most adequate for that job. You turn off the power. The moment the power goes, I tell Roman to do his thing. Maybe they'll go.
I do like the idea of having Roman do something, because that'll most likely trigger off the alarms, distract everyone. We're already in here. We're inconspicuous, so it would be a matter of everyone responding to the alarm, us hiding, and, you know, we proceed through. We just, at that point, would have a limited amount of time to do what we gotta do. But I like it. I think it's the best option.
Because he said if the alarm goes off, it's wherever it goes off. But I mean, if it's up there, they won't know it's us in here.
I like it. The alarm would go off up there. Everyone would know that the alarm went off because it would go off down here, but they would know it's up. It's all happening up there. So all we would have to do is hide, wait for them to respond to it, and continue on our way.
So here's the whole thing. I can only turn 2 of us invisible, and then they still either have to go by us or they're going to take the freight that we need. So thoughts?
I mean, if Rolly, you're at the end, you can knock them out. And I could be in the center, and Sav can go straight to the power.
So we're back to violence?
Well,
yeah, I was trying to...
My thought was me and Rolly stay here. You go through. And if you can get in there just to turn it off, simultaneously everything goes off.
But she would have to sneak through the 3 guys, go through the freight elevator, because I don't think the freight elevator goes down to the power. She'd have to go through that lab and then go to the other side, which is where I'm assuming the stairs are to go down to the power.
I also say that something that you can see, the freight elevator, the way it's built is that there are 2 open archways on either ends, and you can see through. There is a secondary room, and by the map you can see that is a small lab. There are several figures walking within that lab as well.
I think distraction is the way to go. 2 go invisible and 1 of us hides and see what they do.
Right. Fine. Tell Roman to go.
Okay. I'm gonna bond with Sab. There is no limitation on distance anymore before I do this.
Oh, you're gonna bond with... Okay.
Yeah.
You've got a tether.
Yay.
And you don't have to be within 30 feet of Vera for that to be effective.
Spend the slot.
Ooh. Idea.
Yes, before I say anything, you better get the idea.
yeah. No. The Roman stuff is still gonna happen. Maybe I missed it. I don't know if this was discussed. Why doesn't Savannah cast invisibility on herself?
Well, that's what we said.
I mean, I can, but why just me?
Because then you can go invisible, and you're the fastest, you're the sneakiest. Bolt through the whole rooms, go to the stairs, and go down.
In other words, just
that's what I said
stealthily do
earlier.
this all by myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it'd just be a matter of Vera and me hiding.
Are you guys gonna be good by yourselves?
I mean, we're just gonna have to hit some people if they come our way and find us. But I mean, that buys you time. We'll be your second distraction, essentially.
I mean, sure.
I mean,
I'm actually okay with this.
we can mitigate damage. At least you and I. And Rolly's.
So, Are we doing this before or after the upstairs distraction?
Turn yourself now, and I'm gonna tell him.
All right, I'll cast invisible on myself then.
Okay, you turn translucent. And you start to head towards the freight elevator?
Let me look at this map.
While she turns, I'm just gonna send the message to Roman.
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading towards the freight elevator, but I'm gonna kind of go close to this, kind of go like more to south before then center, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can get some distance as much as you can away from these three Genesis and Stripe Lake Clan members. Vera, you're sending the message to say now, Roman.
Well, I'm telling him now. Don't hurt Sav's dad, and get somewhere quick to get out of range of any repercussions.
Okay.
And then, Vera, do you think you could try moving over here? Let me see if I can.
You can move yourself if you want temporarily.
No, I was trying to point to where we can potentially hide.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alchemy doesn't have that just yet. But you can move yourself to share where you would like to go. Okay, right there.
Like right here.
Yeah.
And then just hide.
Well, I'll move there, but I'll roll.
I would like you guys, first of all, Vera and roll me a stealth check.
I have a D4 to this.
You have a D4 to this. That's right.
I was gonna say, can I hold an action just in case something happens?
Yeah, you can hold it.
If they start walking,
let's do that first. Let's do Savannah. Savannah, roll me a stealth check with advantage. First of all,
And a D4.
you can add D4 because you're bonded.
No, that was my good die.
That's going to be probably a thing here. We'll see. Also, it makes sense time-wise because it would take some time for you, Vera, to send a message.
It ended up being the same, so that's gonna be a 19.
19.
Well, that's what I was doing it when
wait,
she was
D4,
turning.
D4. 21.
21. Perfect. You're able to perfectly sneak by these enemies into the freight elevator. I'll describe a little bit what you see in the elevator first. You see that there are 2 slots instead of 1, as you saw in comparison to the other elevator that you just went through. One of them for a smaller key that you have, another one for a bigger key that you do not.
Great.
There are several buttons on this one. There are, under the smaller key slot, it says B4 and B5. Under the big key slot, it reads B4, B6, B7, B8.
He did say there was other levels that he didn't have access to.
Remember, you can still talk in our heads.
At the same time, let's determine what Vera and Rolly got for stealth checks.
16.
16,
Thanks to good.
18.
18.
The bomb.
DC was 16.
I wanted noted on the record that I saw the D20 go to 20 and then tilt to 16. I'm like,
Now there's one last problem for both Vera and Rolly. You guys need to make me animal handling checks as the chimpanzees next to you look at you and are about to get aggressive.
perfect. I am proficient with that.
Oh, I rolled well. I don't even know what my animal handling is. Hold on, let's see.
I rolled a 22.
Okay.
I am proficient with
Oh,
animal
dang.
handling.
So long as
I've waited the entire game for this.
I could just imagine Rolly's proficiency is he has some like rations in his pockets. He's like,
What do you have, Vera?
27.
What?
Oof.
Both of you rolled
19 plus
amazingly.
3
A
plus
barbarian and a. I mean, just the fact that you guys are what you are
I'm a
and rolled
fae.
amazingly.
Animals like me.
Dang.
How do both of you calm these three chimpanzees as they start to crowd in your area right now?
I have one taco pocketed.
You what?
I have one taco pocketed.
You what?
You want me?
I had some saved.
All right. One of them is satiated.
And
as he grabs it.
they handed the taco.
What about the other two, Rolly?
I'm gonna pet them.
I take
One
out a
reaches
taco
out-
and some rations to
One
be
reaches
fair.
out for you, Rolly, and like grabs your hand, and you're able to like, it's okay. And the other one is like, wait, I want some attention too, and grabs your hand, and you're like, shut up.
Yeah, I had one a taco and I had the other one whatever I got in my pack of rations.
Like an actual zoo animal, it grabs the food and goes to the opposite end of the cage because it doesn't want to share and starts to eat it like almost despisingly and doesn't want to make any problems. The distraction hasn't happened just yet as you start to wait a moment or two. In the other room, Savannah, you can see, I'll say from your vantage point here, the very bottom left of the west corner, you see like this little circular globe with numerous rings. Next to one of the scientists starts to spin rapidly. The scientist goes, something's going on. You see chatter between all of the figures here. Mainly the guards. The scientists do not. The guards go, up top, we gotta go. And these figures start to walk right past you. Meet up with these three. There's a discussion of, what is it? Meteors?
I say meteors to Rolly in his head and Savannah's head. I'm like, Roman's got fucking meteors?
What the?
Damn, that's a
That's
pretty
so
good
cool.
distraction.
That's so cool.
Don't screw it up with that one, Sav. Better
They-
marry that one.
Start to
Hey.
squeeze in as much as they can. This one has to wait a little bit. And these guys head into the elevator. Eventually, this guy does too. The scientists start to convene with each other and start to speak. But you've removed a few people, Savannah.
I'm still gonna take the freight, but now I'm trying to think. Oh, in my head, I'm like, hey, your lab is empty. If you run in here, we could just go down.
Let me go get him a snack.
Or we keep
Is
going.
it-
Or take a break.
Are we taking a big break?
Oh, I'm looking
No.
for
Okay,
her.
no.
We're good. Yeah. Do you guys just want to come now? Coast is clear.
So okay, just a quick clarification: are the scientists also like, I gotta hate myself for saying this. Are they also what was the word for cat people? Sorry. Ah,
Oh, Tabaxi.
tabaxi. Yes.
No,
jeez.
so from Savannah's viewpoint, she can discuss this. They're human.
You're human.
They do wear the insignia of Genesis.
Oh, perfect. Okay, this makes this easier. I'm gonna say to Vera in my mind, or in her mind, let's slip into the freight elevator with Savannah. Let's take it down. Let's knock out the power, and then let's, break down this elevator.
Vera, because she's not here, goes, okay.
So that's what I need to do to make sure Vera does what I say.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You got it. So we'll put you guys into the elevator.
I'm gonna put the key in the right slot for level 5 and just head down with quickness so they don't see them.
You put the small key into the small slot, press 5, and the elevator. That grabs the attention of these two. And as they go, start to cock their heads and make their way around, they catch both Vera and Rolly just as you start to. In addition to that, coming out of this very left elevator, you see. Let's see. Oops, excuse me.
What happened?
So both you, Rolly and Vera have made it into the freight elevator as everyone has left. There are still the two scientists that are there, but you figure it's best to just start going now. Savannah puts in the key, presses 5, and the freight elevator loudly, in a very slow manner, as it's meant to carry large things and has to go slowly. These two scientists hear the sound, start to get curious, and since you two are not invisible, see you clear as day, but you are currently going down. At that same time, due to the alarm on the 3rd story, the part of the balcony that you guys could have gone to, another scientist comes out of the smaller elevator from across the way, and what looks like to be one of the enforcers. They start to get this way, but at that point, they notice you, yell, and you have entered in the... you start to head down to where the point they can't reach you.
This thing better hurry up.
Freight elevator. I don't think it could go much faster.
Slowly, taking its time, you start to head down. 5. You are met with a stairwell.
Should have let that monkey out.
I told you we should let the animals out, but no. I start running down the stairwell.
To be fair, I thought you were doing this by yourself. I wasn't gonna move, but okay.
I think even
I'll
still,
let Rolly explain that.
I think even still, the scientists would have been alerted to the elevator moving by its own. You guys would have been trapped essentially.
Okay.
So, all in all, I think hindsight's it's a good thing. Is everyone following Savannah? You can hear her, you can't see her.
Yeah.
Savannah, you head down, the rest of the party following behind. Basement 5. Basement 6. And there is a door with a lightning symbol. However, the stairwell continues further down to basement 7.
My curiosity is scratching at me right now.
Same. So I have an idea. So I can't see Savannah, but Savannah can see me, right?
Yeah.
She can
I'm gonna
also
say, hey,
hear
Savannah.
you.
True. So I'm gonna say, hey, Savannah. I'm curious what they have down there. Here's a sending stone. Take it. Contact me. Go down there. Go. Go
Why do we need
sleuthing
a
around.
sending stone when
Why
we
do you
can
need a
speak
sending stone we can talk in our heads?
Because some of us are gonna go into this room and smash it up.
You can still hear her.
You still
Not
have
if
the
she's on
telepathic
another.
bond.
Doesn't matter.
But does it work through floors?
It does. It
Oh!
just affected
Telepathic
people within 30
bond.
feet initially. You
Yeah.
had to
Before
affect
you
people.
do that, let's look at it before we can make sure it's smashable and not magical.
Yes.
So
Fair.
I'll open the door.
All right. You open the door to the power room you can assume to be. Oh boy. Let's see here. There you are. You enter in the room, and it is a fairly large 30 by 30 foot room. However, majority of the room is taken up by these large circular metallic turbines. You can see off of one wall above one of the turbines a gout of rush of what you can now smell to be seawater rushing into the turbine, spinning it at an impossible rate, rushing into the next one that's doing the same, and the water rushes out into the wall further down. There are several large metallic pipes that are on either side of the wall, and there is a console in front of both turbines. It is loud. The fact that you guys have telepathic bond is beneficial because it would have been difficult to hear each other talk within this turbine room, and this is in this power room. Just loud noise.
I feel like Rolly's probably still yelling, "What?" in our heads, and I'm like, we could hear you.
Depends on how loud it is. Probably.
The console, as you head towards it, it is a flat surface console that has the numbers. Let me see if I can find it. Nope. Where are you? Where are you?
Flip everything. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. There you are. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 with keys below the numbers.
I hope your dad's key works really well.
No, like actual
Oh,
keys,
actual keys.
physical keys that are already inside the slots.
So I wonder if we just take out a key. I'm gonna mage hand and try to see if we remove the key from, I don't know, slot 3.
All right, you grab the key from slot 3. Like a key out of a lock, just comes out.
Anything happens in the room?
Still loud noises, still turning.
Rolly has a solution for this.
Go on.
Bring this all crumbling down.
Alright, how?
All of these are structures, right?
It is. They are structures. They are machinery and mechanisms and things man-made.
Hold on, I think I may have something to help over.
And I'm a juggernaut, right?
You are a juggernaut. You are a siege weapon.
And what do siege weapons do to structures?
Hopefully you can make enough damage within enough time.
I like the challenge.
Before Rolly goes, juggernaut on everything, I take out my detect magic dagger just to see if anything's magical in the
And the
room.
lantern.
Strangely enough, and with a lantern, nothing shows up.
You know what, Rolly? Go.
So the key here is we have a couple of moments to do this before, like, as soon as this goes underway, like we have to move quickly. So I need to know what I can do that will deal the most damage. I've seen machinery, I've seen water, I've seen like consoles. So my thoughts are, if I mess up the consoles, it might not do as much damage as I think, because perhaps it just prevents some function to those floors. But there's a turbine in here. There's a cooling system. PC tech work coming into play here. Something gets hot, and it needs to be externally cooled.
There is seawater rushing into the turbine, spitting them, and then spitting them out against the opposite end of the wall.
And you said that there were tubes, right? There were like metal tubes.
There are also large metallic tubes that are like full-on metal that head from the ceiling to the floor.
Now, I would like to go up to one of those metallic tubes, and I would like to see if I can gain a sense of what's inside of it.
Yeah. How do you do so?
I'll put my ear up to it. I want to hear if there's any liquid flowing through it.
Make me a perception check with disadvantage due to the loud sound of the turbines.
Okay, that's not too bad. That would be a 18.
18.
I rolled a natural 19 and a natural 13 plus 5.
Not bad. You put your ear against it, and I think you'd start to surmise that this is not like a water coolant tube. It's more like it passes air from the upper levels down to lower levels. And as you start to plug an ear and press it against the tube and try to hear, you can hear muffled sounds of a woman's voice speaking to someone else.
Do I recognize that voice?
Hard to tell.
Okay, so then air comes through here. I would like to look at some of the other tubes real quick, even if it's even if I can't hear it. If there's a bunch of water flowing through it, I'll feel it.
Roll me a con save as you start to go to the other. I'm going to keep your 16 or your investigation or your perception check, excuse me, but roll a con save.
Rolly mentioned that he hears a woman's voice through that pipe.
I don't know. Roll
That'll be 22. I have realized I didn't say anything, but I will take whatever this is first before I do so.
what was the save? Excuse me.
22.
22. You place your ear against one of the pipes, and you felt a shock,
Like electricity.
and you take 3 points of electrical damage. That's already halved.
Well, I'm not raging.
No, even raging, it wouldn't.
Because
It's
it's
the fact that you
covered.
saved.
Because you said, oh, because you said it was halved. I'm like, I'm not.
You saved against it.
Yeah, you saved. That's already halved. So
Think.
it would have been 6, but you took 3 because you saved. You pressed against it, almost like a live wire. You just, ah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna now tell the party. I heard a voice in that vent in that tube over there, a voice of a woman. I couldn't make who it was. I am trying to find whatever tube is carrying the water to cool, and if I can't find that tube, I'm just taking out this turbine.
Just take it out if you hear it in your head.
I think you're wasting a little more time on this, Rolly, than I expected. The tube that he says that he heard the voice, where is that connected?
It is on the south side of the wall. It's about maybe 1.5 feet away from the actual wall. So it's like almost like a pole in the middle of the room, just heading straight down. In terms of its size, it's about like 5 inches from end to end. And it heads from the ceiling down to the floor. Rolly would have also told you it more than likely transfers air from the higher levels down to the lower levels.
Well, that would have been east or west of the room, if that makes sense.
It would be, you've entered it, I would say from the way it's positioned, you guys have entered in from the east. The turbines are off to the west, and this would be south, the pole.
Okay.
All right, moving on to the next tube.
All right, this will be the last tube. Roll me another con save.
Uh, 17.
17. You just take another 3 points, not electric, but fire damage as you almost burn your ear. There is hot
Okay.
water running from this.
So one of them was electric and one of them was fire.
Yeah,
Or one of them was heat.
one was heat, exactly.
If I cut the heat, it's gonna get hot in here. But I wonder what would happen if I cut the one with the power.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Do them both.
Good point. Alright, cool. I'm gonna start with the hot one first, and then I'm gonna work my way to the electric one.
Okay. How are you going to damage this pipe?
I am gonna rage, and then I'm gonna take my axe and cleave it.
Okay. Feel free to make me an attack. Make me 2 attacks.
First one would be a 17.
17. Hey, it's a pipe. You hit. Roll me damage. And you get to, I believe, add another dice for this because you were a siege weapon. I think it's a D8. I don't remember.
I think you're right, actually. I think it was a D8. Okay, so it looks like in total that's 7. That is going to be 13 points of damage.
Your axe cleaves about maybe 1/4 of the way within the pipe. Immediately, I need you to make me a dex save.
Danger sense?
Yeah, danger sense. I think you would kind of get an idea that this was going to happen as water starts to gush out of the hole that you just created. And because you are right there, it's going to spray like a finger in a hose.
That is going to be a 15.
15. You're able to nimbly duck out of the way. It doesn't touch you. Retrieving your axe as well from the middle of the pipe, and it starts to spray outwards.
Would it be an action to take my axe under the tube and kind of, like, you know,
I mean, an
saw
axe is not really a sawing implement.
True.
Yeah, it would take a very high... I will say this will be more of a check than an attack to see if you can do that.
He's just trying to destroy the pipes?
Yeah, currently he's cut a bit of the pipe, and it's currently spouting off hot water. It's getting kind of steamy in here, too.
Can I Sacred Flame it?
The pipe?
Yes.
Sure, make me an attack roll.
Hold on, let me see it, because I think Sacred Flame is technically a
And you guys are all inside the generator room, right? Yeah. I mean, Rolly would have to be, and you guys would have to be. And especially Spans to hear the...
Yeah, you have to make a
Assess.
dex save, so how does this work?
Oh, then it hits.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
4d8.
go ahead and roll. He wanted his snacks.
He's like, I'm eating my snacks. You do whatever you're gonna do, Dad. Ooh, that's pretty good. 25 points.
25 points. You
Radiant.
throw this ball
radiant.
of radiant energy. A sun hits into the already cracked
And I'll move the
pipe.
hell out of the way.
Now
One
instead of
these-
it's a distance spell, so I'm not gonna have
Yeah.
to make you ask the spell. Especially since, much like a thumb on a hose, you've released enough of an opening where it's no longer spraying out, and now it's just dribbling quickly. Hot water. It starts to pool next to the pipe, and now it's starting to coat the entire floor with hot water. You guys are wearing boots. You guys are wearing armor. It's not going to affect you if you stay here for a short amount of time, but if you stay here longer, it's going to start burning through what you wear.
Sav, pull out the carpet.
Question.
Can
So
float. Shoot.
both
back.
of those tubes are kind of tied to the. Those tubes are tied to the turbine in the center, right?
You don't not from what you can view. It's strange. You get a sense that maybe most of the passing liquid and heat is being, coalesced and then transferred somewhere else, and then going through these tubes.
Okay, that then. How far am I from the center console?
5 feet. You're not. It's like a 30 by 30 foot room, and only half the room is being taken up by the turbines. So you have like a 15 by 15 space to work with.
Okay, I'm gonna move next to the center console, and I'm gonna once again attack it. But before I attack it, I'm gonna rage.
Okay, you rage again. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
That'll be 23.
Roll me damage. Savannah, what are you doing in this instance?
And I'm like looking at Rolly because I'm like, when he said he was gonna attack this room, this is not what I thought. If the water's coming, where are those keys again?
The keys, they're in the console.
I'm gonna go back to the center console and kind of like mess with them, just the keys. And if they seem like they're not working, I'm taking the keys out.
Okay. I will say before Rolly finally finalizes his attack, because we haven't had you have a do a thing yet. How do you mess with the console? Do you just turn the keys, take the keys? What do you
I
like?
start turning the keys to see if anything lights up, or,
Sure.
engage, disengage, things like that.
There's 1, 2, and 3. There's 4 keys slots, and you hold number 3.
Yeah.
So what would you like? What do you attempt to do now?
I'll put back in 3, and then I'll just turn all the keys like I'm turning on something. I guess into.
Tell me what order.
Oh, great! There's an order. So I'll put in 3, and we'll just keep it simple. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the keys turn. As you do so, they all turn back. And you get a sense no effect.
Can I investigate the room just to see if there's any notes of a key sequence?
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
While
She's
rolling
saying
before
anything? Are you saying anything?
I don't know if you're talking to me or the kid.
No, she's talking to you.
No, I'm talking
Oh.
to you.
I'm all like, the key's
Yeah,
gotta do something. I'm like, anyone remember a passcode?
Try 1, 2, 4.
Just 1, 2, and 4?
Yes.
Alright, turn 1, turn 2, turn 4.
1, 2,
Choking
4.
on a snack.
It doesn't reset until you've hit 3. Hold on.
That's no.
We're gonna take a quick baby break on this, I think.
It's fine.
By the way, everyone who's wondering, if your baby is choking, you do have to hit hard. It is a thing. Hit the back, because they don't know how. We'll be back.
But 1,
Now
2,
I have
4.
Okay, so
Try 1, 2, 4.
yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 4?
Let's go
No,
ahead
we
and
tried 1, 2, 4. That didn't work.
let's go ahead and restart in 3, 2, 1, and we're back. We're actually almost done right now. So one last try. What was the sequence that you said, Vera?
I said 1, 2, 4.
1, 2, 4.
Mhm.
1, 2, 4. Nothing happens as all 4 keys have to be turned.
I guess we'll try 1, 2, 4, 3.
1, 2, 4, 3. They all turn back.
Is there a 5 or is there just 1 through 4?
It's just 1 through 4.
And
Alright,
she's
I'm
turning them
gonna-
all, or she's turning them one at a time?
You have to turn them all in a sequence for something to happen.
Let's just turn them all counterclockwise. I'll help you while Rolly's doing whatever the hell Rolly's doing.
At the same time, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Note to the DM that if they're at the console, I'm not going to attack it until they clear the console.
Yeah, no worries. So then, if you guys are all trying, I mean, you guys have four hands between two.
Yeah, I'm
people.
doing like 1 and 1 and then...
It's like she'll do 1, 2. I'll do 3 and 4.
Okay, you all do it at once.
Yeah.
They all turn back.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick investigation just to see if there's any type of note of a key sequence or book.
Roll an investigation check.
I give guidance.
18.
18.
Oh wait, guidance. 18 plus 4, 22.
22. You look behind the console, over it, under it. It's plain flat, and there doesn't seem to be any notes or information or instructions for the use of the turbines.
Maybe do the reverse order. We'll do the reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just do
I'm gonna
that.
think this is gonna be your last try before Rolly has a chance to do his thing.
Would it be any other check other than investigation?
I don't think
kind
there'd
of-
be a check worthy enough for you to instantly know the answer. You either have to be clever with what you're trying to do, or you have to just guess right.
Or I could say, or we could say that they're going to tell me, hey, we're going to mess with this, and then I can move on to
Yeah,
something
I will
else.
tell. I will
thought
tell
we
them.
did tell you that we were going to mess with this.
Well, you didn't. That's why I wanted to attack it. Then as soon as you said I wanted to do it, I'm like, oh, well, if they tell me that they're going to try to brute force it, or they're going to try to do something, I can move on to the other two.
Okay.
Okay, we tell Rolly that we are messing with this.
Yes, we tell
Let's
everyone.
give. I'm gonna have the ladies have try one more time what you're trying to do, and then we'll move over to Rolly and what you'd like to do. So, what would you guys like to do?
Nothing on the console.
Yeah, explain the console to me one more time.
It is a flat plane surface
Uh-huh.
with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 with keys underneath them.
And there's nothing like colors or anything else on it.
No colors.
Numbers. I have numbers written down, but that's like me figuring things out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do 3 of them.
We can't do 3. It has to be all 4.
Has to be all 4.
From what
And
you've
there's
learned, it has
nothing
to be
else in the room that makes it looks like something can correlate with the numbers.
with your investigation checks as well as the perception checks around across the table here, no.
All right, I'm gonna try this number, and if we don't get it, Rolly's just going to destroy it. Let's do 2, 4, 1, 3.
I can't wait to talk about this during short rest. Unfortunately, it does not affect it, and it
Sure.
returns back.
No, I quit. Rolly destroyed the thing.
You guys gave me a good idea. Figure the code out. I'm gonna move on to the next tube.
No.
Well, we
Rolly.
are switching to you now on what you would like to do with the next two.
Oh, yeah. I would like to do the tube with the lightning on it, the little electricity.
What would you like to do?
Cut it.
Okay, you're gonna make an attack roll.
Yeah.
Feel free to do so.
Is hitting the thing with the electricity with a metal thing a smart idea?
24.
24. Roll me damage.
It isn't, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. That is going to be 11, 15, 18, 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage. Immediately, unfortunately, you cannot save because you are making direct connection with an exposed live wire. You are taking 14 points of electrical damage, and you all start to see the loud sound of shocks even outpacing the turbines of actual lightning connecting with from the live wire to the ceiling, to the wall, and at this point to the floor. Everyone takes, because the floor is now coated in hot water. Everyone takes 11 points of lightning damage.
Reaction.
Oh, yeah, you half it to Savannah. So
Can
instead
I
of,
also half for her?
sure, both of you take 5
Okay.
instead.
Cool.
You're welcome.
This happens enough where you start to see smoke coming from the turbines,
I feel like that's good enough.
and you
No,
can hear the sound
I want.
of
But I
winging.
want it. Stop.
Well, can we not stand in the water while he's doing this?
Yes. I pull out the carpet so we can hover over it.
Okay. We are about to end the episode right now, but there are several things that happen. The turbines start to struggle as the main coolant is being affected, is actually being electrified and traveling back into the system, causing almost like a
Surge.
yeah, well, essentially, there's something surging back into it. It's causing a loop right now, causing the actual machinery within the turbine to shock itself with the energy that's producing. The room itself is getting very steamy at the moment. And the sound of the turbine is now wailing and starting to slow. So the sound of the turbine is getting softer and softer slowly. And as it does so, you can hear the sound of the freight elevator starting to whoever was on level 4,
Got stuck.
and you don't know what capacity, but you can hear voices of pull the doors open. And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
All I'm gonna say is I have one thing to get us out, but ain't nobody gonna like it, so.
So we will see you guys next week for episode 91. Magical Mostead. Bye.
Hey.